Rolling Valley Conference volleyball action for you here tonight on 93.7 KKRL and also on our video broadcast being powered by New Way Ford in Coon Rapids. You can listen and watch into the match, and you can do that by searching 1380 KCIM on YouTube and following our YouTube page. You'll get a notification if you follow every time that we go to broadcast a video and audio broadcast. We're coming to you live as well here from the Gatorade broadcast booth, distributed by Pepsi Beverages in Carroll. Gatorade helping athletes fuel, recover, and perform. And of course, you are listening to the Mackey Motors pregame show. Find new roads at Mackey Motors in Lake City. We've got two terrific regional schools that we're going to be covering for you here tonight. We've got the Glidden Ralston Wildcats under first-year head coach Krista Muntz. They come in at 5-5 right now on the season. They are 0-2 in the Rolling Valley Conference. And again, they were just down at the ACGC tournament over this weekend, finished up 2-2 down there. So they're actually technically 7-5 on the season. So this is a team that got off to a really good start. Suffered a really tough 5-set loss to Woodbine last week, and then another loss on the road at Booyer Valley. Played pretty well in that one, and then went 2-2. Had a strong tournament down in Guthrie Center on Saturday. For the Coon Rapids Bayard Crusaders, they come in under first-year head coach Marissa Dembinski. They're 5-9 on the season, right now 1-1 in the Rolling Valley Conference, and they kind of got off to a slow start. Hosted their own tournament here a couple of weekends ago and struggled in that. Came out and dropped their first match of the day. Ended up going 1-3. I know Coach Dembinski told me she felt like they played maybe their best volleyball the last couple of times out. So look for them to rebound. They got that win over West Harrison and kind of start to get going a little bit. A very talented team. Both of these teams are extremely talented, so it should be a fun matchup coming up for you tonight. Don't forget as well, we've got our Motor Inn Player of the Game coming up following the match tonight. Motor Inn of Carroll, your premier Toyota, Chevy, and Buick dealership for everything from sales to service to parts and collision. And we'll announce that Motor Inn Player of the Game coming up following the match tonight. And we'll get a picture of that Player of the Game, and we'll get it out on all of our social media sites. So looking forward to that later on tonight. You'll find that on Facebook, on Twitter, Instagram, and also on my Snapchat on at Husker Blankman coming up as well. See Corey Meyer, the head coach for the Coon Rapids Bayard boys basketball team in the house. Tyler Shipley, the Glidden Ralston boys basketball coach in the house tonight. When you get these kind of rivalries, it brings out a lot of people. Saw former Glidden Ralston star Lexi Wiederin and Megan Cook from Glidden Ralston in the house here tonight, former Wildcats. And of course, we've got Taylor Peversdorf, former Coon Rapids Bayard superstar, listening and watching while she's at college tonight, and she is following the matchup here tonight. So this one should be a lot of fun, and we appreciate everybody for tuning in here tonight on 93.7 KKRL and also on our video production powered by New Way Ford in Coon Rapids. And again, if you want to watch and listen to it, just go to YouTube and simply search 1380 KCIM, and you should be able to find it. We are going to step away. We'll take a break. Back with more of our Mackey Motors pregame. That's coming up for you next right here on KKRL.
At New Way Ford in Coon Rapids and New Way Auto in Jefferson, we make your vehicle buying experience stress-free. Our sales team will help determine your vehicle needs with options and features that you desire. Our finance team will explain financing terms and options best for each customer. Our service team is always here for you, from our Oil Changes for Life program to our exclusive warranty forever. We work to keep your New Way vehicle going long after the sale. Stop by and let our family help yours get into the next car, truck, or SUV.
At Roosevelt Mutual Insurance, a partner of Grinnell Mutual, we understand teamwork. We believe that hard work pays off, and we know it takes coming together to win. Our team values community and supporting each other. Now's the time to get back at it and return to the field to support our local athletes. To help promote that culture, we are working with Jeff Storyhand to capture our youth and photos from local events, and they will be shared with you on our Facebook page. Experience working together as a winning team. Call Roselle Mutual today at 792-4525 for all your insurance needs.
St. Anthony Regional Hospital, the regional leader in healthcare, dedicated to improving the health of the people they serve. At St. Anthony Regional Cancer Center, you'll find the convenience of cancer and oncology consultation and treatment in one convenient location. At St. Anthony Clinic, you'll find a team of doctors and nurses that care about you and your family's health. St. Anthony Clinic is devoted to comprehensive health care for people of all ages. For every stage of life, always look to the cross. Always St. Anthony.
Olson's Outdoor Power is your one-stop service and equipment shop for all things outdoor. We sell the best power sports products in the business, from Polaris, Can-Am, Sea-Doo, and Ski-Doo, trailers to tackle any job from H&H, Triton, and Wilson, and we continue to lead the way in lawn and garden equipment with great products from Exmark, Dixie Chopper, Husqvarna, Cub Cadet, Steel, and Echo. Add factory-trained technicians in 2 locations, and it's easy to see why Olson's Outdoor Power is the leader in all things outdoor. Olson's Outdoor Power, your one-stop service and equipment shop with locations in Atlantic and Carroll.
Midwest Wholesale is your local building products headquarters. We have everything you need for your smaller home improvements to the building of your home or commercial building. We pride ourselves on giving you top-notch service, quality products with competitive prices. So whether you're a do-it-yourselfer, a contractor, or you just need a little help on a project, Midwest Wholesale is a one-stop resource for all your building needs. Midwest Wholesale, how you want it, when you want it, where you want it, we deliver.
Mackey Motors pregame continues for you here tonight on 93.7 KKRL. Thanks to Brett Lux back in the studio monitoring things here tonight, and also thanks to Tyler Bruner, who's running our video broadcast tonight, powered by New Way Ford in Coon Rapids on our 1380 KCIM YouTube page. Mentioned that both of these teams really outstanding ball clubs. Let's take a look at that Wildcat club again, coming in at 7-5 on the season. They're led by their setter, Addie Bell. First year as their setter after they graduated, a terrific setter here the last few years in Kim Daly. Addie has stepped in and has played very, very well. 176 assists on the season. Watched her setting to her teammates while they were going through warm-ups. Very good hands, puts up a really soft ball. I know that's something Coach Bunt has really talked about, really enjoyed when she first took over this program in the summer, the hands and the nice soft ball that Krista would, or that Addie would put up, and she was really impressed with her. Right now, leading them at the net is the junior, Paige Clucky. She comes in averaging just about 2 kills per game. And a very talented player, just a junior, an outstanding basketball player as well, can jump really high, swings out of that left side. Now, she's not the only hitter that they have. They've got Vanessa Kaler, Alison Driessen, and also Lauren Holzing, a freshman, an extremely talented young freshman that can really jump out of the building as well. And Holzing actually leads this team with 24 blocks on the season. Tyler Jansen, Tyler Bruner was talking. He saw them a couple of times last week, not at the ACGC tournament, and then in their matchup with Woodbine. He came away very impressed with her in the back row. I remember her from last year. You could see the skill level and the talent. Last year was just getting comfortable. This year, I think she's comfortable and has already put things together. And Ashlyn Tigas has been leading them at the service line and serving well this season. For Coon Rapids Bayard, Gracie Johnson leading them as the setter this year. And Gracie last year played back row because they had the great setter in Cassidy Baker. She's got that opportunity to move into that setter role along with Haley Halber this year. And Gracie's got terrific hands as well, puts up a really nice ball. Seems to do a nice job of moving the ball around to all of her different hitters and keeping everybody active at the net, but also knowing who the hitter is that's kind of hot at the time and hitting the ball well and continuing to feed that hitter. Really, Clayburg, one of those hitters, along with Bryn Bass, and of course you have Maya and Mallory Leedy as well. Outstanding hitters at the net this year. Breeley leading them at about 2 kills per set. Maya Leedy leading them at the net with 16 blocks. Lacey Davis, another one of those players. Last year as the libero, this year has really done a terrific job. Leads them with 133 digs. So athletic and so quick in that back row. There's not many things that will get by Lacey Davis with her athletic ability in that back row. And then Lacey also an outstanding server, leading them in serves this year as well. Don't forget, we are coming to you live from the Gatorade broadcast booth, distributed by Pepsi Beverages. Gatorade helping athletes fuel, recover, and perform. Let's take a look at our starting lineups here tonight. First of all, for the Wildcats of Glidden Ralston under head coach Krista Bunt, they come in 7-5 on the season, 0-2 right now in the Rolling Valley Conference. Still start a junior in Vanessa Kaler, a sophomore in Tyler Jansen, a freshman in Lauren Holzing, a senior in Allison Driessen, a freshman in Ashlyn Tigas, a junior in Paige Clucky, and a sophomore in Addie Bell. For the home team, the Crusaders of Coon Rapids Bayard, 5-9 overall, 1-1 in the Rolling Valley Conference under head coach Marissa Dembinski. They'll start a junior in Gracie Johnson, a senior in Mallory Leedy, a junior in Lacey Davis, a sophomore in Breeley Clayburg, a senior in Haley Halber, a senior in Maya Leedy, and a senior in Bryn Bass. And that is a look at our starting lineups. We'll step away, take a break. We've got first serve coming up in 3 minutes here on KKRL.
Being a part of a team is not only fun, it can give our students a sense of identity and help them develop long-term relationships. This is Dr. Nate Luth, Next Generation Chiropractic. Student athletes, make sure you are taking care of your body before, during, and after the game. Proper warm-ups and cool-down are vital to staying on the field or court, and having regular chiropractic appointments can help reduce the risk of injury. Stay in the game by taking care of your body. Good luck to all area student athletes this season. Let's stay healthy and have fun.
Midwest Wholesale is your local building products headquarters. We have everything you need for your smaller home improvements to the building of your home or commercial building. We pride ourselves on giving you top-notch service, quality products with competitive prices. So whether you're a do-it-yourselfer, a contractor, or you just need a little help on a project, Midwest Wholesale is a one-stop resource for all your building needs. Midwest Wholesale, how you want it, when you want it, where you want it, we deliver.
Can your roof handle extreme hail conditions? Ours can. Check it out. As you can see, our Brinks roof has stood up to the test with zero damage. As for our competitors, well, theirs did not. Is your roof worn out or needs repair? Know that not all roofers and shingles are created equal. If you need honest feedback whether your roof needs to be repaired or replaced, get a second opinion. And call the Roof Pros at Brinks Exteriors, 920-ROOF-PRO.
At Roselle Mutual Insurance, a partner of Grinnell Mutual, we understand teamwork. We believe that hard work pays off, and we know it takes coming together to win. Our team values community and supporting each other. Now's the time to get back at it and return to the field to support our local athletes. To help promote that culture, we are working with Jeff Storyhand to capture our youth in photos from local events, and they will be shared with you on our Facebook page. Experience working together as a winning team. Call Roselle Mutual today at 792-4525 for all your insurance needs.
Olson's Outdoor Power is your one-stop service and equipment shop for all things outdoor. We sell the best power sports products in the business from Polaris, Can-Am, Sea-Doo, and Ski-Doo, trailers to tackle any job from H&H, Triton, and Wilson, and we continue to lead the way in lawn and garden equipment with great products from Exmark, Dixie Chopper, Husqvarna, Cub Cadet, Steel, and Echo. Add factory-trained technicians in 2 locations, and it's easy to see why Olson's Outdoor Power is the leader in all things outdoor. Olson's Outdoor Power, your one-stop service and equipment shop with locations in Atlantic and Carroll.
At New Way Ford in Coon Rapids and New Way Auto in Jefferson, we make your vehicle buying experience stress-free. Our sales team will help determine your vehicle needs with options and features that you desire. Our finance team will explain financing terms and options best for each customer. Our service team is always here for you, from our Oil Changes for Life program to our exclusive warranty forever. We work to keep your New Way vehicle going long after the sale. Stop by and let our family help yours get into the next car, truck, or SUV.
Freshman Ashlyn Tigges set to serve things away for Glidden Ralston as we get set. You've got Johnson, Bass, and Davis in the back row for Coon Rapids Bayard. They'll go deep right, played by Johnson. Bass out of the back row up to Clayburg left side. Her attack touched at the net. That'll drop in for a point, and Briley Clayburg will pick up the first kill here tonight for either team. Bryn Bass with the assist. And the Crusaders take the early 1-0 lead. Johnson now heads back to the service line. Jessica Evans going to check in for Haley Halber for Coon Rapids Bayard. Serve on the way by Johnson. That'll go deep. That'll be played up by Clucky to Bell. Over to the left side to Kaler. Pushes it deep left corner. Played by Bass up to Johnson. Right side now to Evans. She'll attack cross court. Played up into the air that time by Tigges. Now work it over to the left side again to Kaler. Played by Bass left corner. Now to Johnson. Middle sent for Leedy. Tipped over that time by Mallory. Now get it over to Clucky. Free balls it to Davis back middle. Now to Johnson. Left side to Clayburg. Goes deep. Played by Jansen. Up to Bell. Left side again. Kaler. Big swing. And that'll be a kill on the tool for Vanessa Kaler. Kaler, extremely athletic young lady. She'll pick up her first kill here tonight. And we are tied at 1-1. Our first tie in this first set. So now Tyler Jansen heads back to the service line. Serve will be played by Davis back middle. Now off to Johnson, left side again to Clayburg. Big swing, and that'll be a tool. Got it off of the block of Holsing and Bell. And Clayburg picks up her second kill. Johnson with her first assist, and the Crusaders back up by 1 at 2-1. Lacey Davis now heading back to the service line. Serve on the way. Played by Jansen back right up to Bell. Over to the left side, Holsing tips across, dug by Johnson, tipped over now by by Maya. And now free balled over by Holsing. Johnson over to Maya, to Clayburg left side, tipped across, and that'll drop in front of the diving at Tigas. And Clayburg picks up her third. The assist that time to Maya Leedy. And the Crusaders lead it here 3-1. Serve again by Davis, played back middle by Tigas, now up to Bell, right side Kaler, big swing again, and Vanessa picks up her second kill here tonight. Wildcats count that deficit here to 3-2. Checking in now for the Wildcats will be Summer Toms. Tom's going to head back to the service line. Toms serves it to the libero Davis out of the back middle. Johnson over to the right side to Clayburg. Cross court, and that'll be off of Tigas. And really, Clayburg's got 4 early kills here. Gracie Johnson with another assist. Crusaders lead it here early, 4-2. And now really Clayburg rotates into that back row, and she'll serve. Serve, a low one down the line, played by Toms. A bell out of the right side. That one at the net, winning the joust that time was Holsing. We're going to get 2 touches. Going to go against Leedy. And that, of course, is Maya Leedy for Coon Rapids Bayard, and that's going to make it now 4-3. Addie Bell heads back to the service line. Tigas will check out. And Elizabeth Lloyd will check onto the court now for Glidden Ralston. Lydia Hoffbauer checks in for Clayburg in the back row for Coon Rapids Bayard. Bell with the serve. Played straight up by Davis. Johnson out of the back row. We'll set it up now for Maya. She'll go cross court. That'll be dug by Bell. Up to Toms. Right side now to Lloyd. And Lloyd able to dump that one in. Got it right over the block on the tip and just dropped it in. Elizabeth Lloyd, the sophomore, picks up her first kill. Summer Toms with the assist. We are tied for the second time here at 4-4. Serve played by Bass, now to Johnson. They'll go to Bass left side. Free balls it across, played by Bell. Lloyd tips it across, popped up into the air by Evans, kept alive by Mallory, and now free balled over by Davis. Toms overpass, Bass's attack goes off the top of the net, dug by Bell. And now Lloyd tips it again towards the donut, and that'll be off of Davis into the net. Elizabeth Lloyd with her second point gives the Wildcats their first lead here in this first set, and they lead it 5-4. Addie Bell again goes back to serve. Right now, a lot of tips and free balls from both of these teams. Serve on the way, played up by Johnson. Up to Maya. Now over to Bass left side, touch to the net, dug by Jansen. The Bell into the middle to Holsing, and that is going to be out of bounds, and that is going to be touched at the net. So it'll be a point for Glidden Ralston and the kill for Lauren Holsing. And she picks up the tool. And the Wildcats have their largest lead here at 6-4. Bell again to serve it away. Played by Bass. Up now to Leedy, tips it across. Toms and Bell that time crashing into each other as Clucky free balls at a cost. Hoffbauer over to Johnson, who feeds it off to Bass, and Bass a little bit long with that one. And the lead extended to 3 now in favor of Glidden Ralston as they lead at 7-4. Addie Bell again to serve it away. It'll be off of Bass, overpass, played up by Holsing, and now Bell will set it left side for Clucky, left early. And that's going to be 4 hits as that one went off of the net. She left early, so she had to kind of wait and then still hit that one on the way down. And that kind of forced it where she wasn't able to get it up over the net. That's why that ball went into the net. Haley Halber checks in now for Evans. She'll go back to serve for Coon Rapids Bayard. Our score here 7-5 Wildcats. Halber with a low serve, a low toss, and that was a low serve then. And it's now 8-5 in favor of Glidden Ralston. Lauren Holsing will serve now for the Wildcats. Wildcats going right to left across your radio dial. Short serve played by Davis, tipped over by Halber. Toms up to Bell, dumps towards the donut, played by Hoffbauer, off to Halber. Left side to Bass, touched at the net, popped up by Clucky to Bell. They'll come back to Clucky left side. Her attack played up by Davis, now to Halber, over towards left side, overpass, tipped down by Lloyd. And Elizabeth Lloyd has come off of the bench. She's got 3 kills. Wildcats with their largest lead right now at 9-5. Holsing will serve. It'll be played by Johnson. Overpass tipped down by Driessen, dug by Bass. Free ball deep by Halber. Holsing up now to Bell, over to the right side to Lloyd. Tipped towards the donut again, played by Bass, and it's an overpass. Driessen off to Bell. Back over and now to Driessen, and their attack into the net. And the Crusaders back on the board, down now by a score of 9-6. Jansen will check in, and the freshman Holsing will check out for Glidden Ralston. Maya Leedy goes back to serve for Coon. It'll be a deep one played by Toms, tracked down by Bell. And Driessen will free ball it across. Maya up to Halber. Middle set now for Mallory. That'll be blocked to the net, played up into the air by the Crusaders. Johnson has to free ball it over and does on the third ball. Driessen to Lloyd over to the left side. Clucky, and Clucky will get it off of Maya. And Paige Clucky picks up her first kill here tonight. That assist going to be credited to Elizabeth Lloyd. And the Wildcats have matched their largest lead here at 10-6. Kaler comes back in. Toms will check out. Serve received by Bass to Halber. Left side now to Mallory. Played up by Bell. Off to Lloyd. Now to Driessen. Played by Davis. Up to Halber. Dumped to the donut. Dug that time by Kaler. Popped out of the net by Lloyd. Driessen unable to get that third one over. And we're going to get 4 hits. And right now, both teams at times, right now they're not trying to run an offense. It's almost like they're just trying to get the ball over, even if it's on the second ball. It's not that they're tipping to try and score on that second ball. It's just they're trying to get it over the net. So both teams need to settle down, get that serve receiver, that pass up to their setter, and try and run some offense. Both teams kind of scrambling right now as Bell again free balls it over. Davis up to Halber. Middle set now for Maya, pushes deep corner. Nice job by Jansen to track it down. Bell over to the left side. Kaler off the top of the net, and that'll drop in for Vanessa, her third. Wildcats have been the team that has swung more, and that is why they lead it right now 11-7. They've been the aggressors here since the early part of this first set. Serve on the way by Tigas, played up by Davis. Now off to Halber. Left side to Kleberg, cross court. Clucky got that one back over. Now Johnson to Halber, pushes deep corner. Jansen right there up to Bell. Into the middle to Driessen, blocked to the net that time by by Mallory, and then it goes back over off of the tip by Bell, and it goes off of Mallory, and it'll be a point for the Wildcats. They have their largest lead now at 12-7, so there's kind of a joust at the net. Mallory blocked that one. Bell went up and hit it, and then Mallory went back up to block it. It ricocheted off of her for a tool. Bass up now to Halber, left side Kleberg, and that time she was in transition, so she swung kind of behind herself, and that ball going to sail. The lead is 13-7 in favor of Glidden Ralston. We'll step away. Timeout on the court called by Coon Rapids Bayard. Back in 30 seconds here on KKRL.
At Roselle Mutual Insurance, a partner of Grinnell Mutual, we understand teamwork. We believe that hard work pays off, and we know it takes coming together to win. Our team values community and supporting each other. Now's the time to get back at it and return to the field to support our local athletes. To help promote that culture, we are working with Jeff Storyhand to capture our youth in photos from local events, and they will be shared with you on our Facebook page. Experience working together as a winning team. Call Roselle Mutual today at 792-4525 for all your insurance needs.
Glidden Ralston trailed this one early 3-1, came back, tied it at 4. Elizabeth Lloyd then went on a run for them, hitting the ball. She gave them a 5-4 lead, extended that lead to 7-4. Wildcats have now pushed it to 13-7. Unofficially right now, the Wildcats with 9 kills. Glidden Ralston, Coon Rapids Bayard with just 4, and all of those from Breathe Kleberg, and almost all of them early. Halber sets it up now for Amaya. Touch to the net, popped up in the air by Tigas, over to Bell, into the middle to Driessen. Pushed over towards the right side, played by Halber. Maya now free balls it over, played by Tigas to Bell. Left side, Kaler. Touch to the net, popped up by Kleberg. I'll work it from Halber over to Kleberg. Rolled deep, played by Tigas, back right corner to Bell. Middle set now for Driessen, and that one's into the net. That one didn't come off of Addie's hands right. Driessen was going in the middle and ended up having to kind of go over to the right a little bit. Evans now checks in for Halber. And Gracie Johnson will go back to serve for Coon Rapids Bayard. Johnson, not just a very good setter, also a great server as well. That one's going to go deep. It'll be played up by Clucky. Now off to Bell. Jump set left side. Kaler, big swing, played by Bass. Free balled over by Johnson. Bell able to keep it alive and stay out of the net. Great athleticism. And now Clucky will free ball it over. Bass to Johnson. To Kleberg, and Kleberg picks up another one. That is her 5th. And right now, if you're Coon Rapids Bayard, you keep setting Breeley Kleberg. She's the only one that's gotten a kill for you so far, so you keep working your hot hand. Johnson again goes back to serve, comes back right, or back left, played by Jansen. To Bell, left side, Clucky off the top of the net, dug by Johnson to Davis. Bass out of the back row, pushes deep, played by Tigges. Now to Bell at the 10-foot line. Driessen out of the middle, touch of the net by Mallory. Played up that time by Johnson to Evans, left side to Kleberg, and we're going to get a net violation going to go on Glidden Ralston. So 2 straight for Coon Rapids Bayard, and they've cut it here to 13-10. Quick shout out New Way Ford in Coon Rapids, sponsoring Sports on the Go with me. My New Way Ford feature vehicle of the game, a Ford Expedition SUV, 4-wheel drive, black in color. Call 800-861-7268 for more details. Serve again down the line, played by Jansen. Now Tigges will get it to Clucky, free balled over, and we're going to get 2 touches on that push attempt. The Crusaders have scored 4 straight. They trail it now 13-11, so they're on a run with Gracie Johnson at the service line. Told you Johnson could serve. It's not about aces all the time. It's about getting a team out of system. Jansen on a good serve receive up to Bell. Left side, Kaler won the battle at the net. That was touched, and now Johnson will attack. Goes right side, popped up by Tigges over to Bell. Middle set, Driessen. And that'll be off of Johnson, and Driessen will pick up her first kill tonight. And the Wildcats snap that streak. And they lead it here by a score of 14-11. Bass on the serve receive. Johnson tipped it across, popped up by Holsing. And now Bell's ball goes over on the overpass, and Jessica Evans there to put it away for Coon Rapids Bayard. The senior picks up her first kill. And the Crusaders back down 2 here at 14-12. We've got a legend in the house tonight, Jeff Storyhan, sitting down here in front of us. He's taking pictures up for us here tonight. And, of course, they'll go up on the Roselle Mutual Facebook page and also on the Carroll Broadcasting Facebook pages later tonight. Holsing bump set to the middle, and Kleberg went up to attack at that time, just didn't get enough of it, and ends up into the net. It's now 15-12 in favor of the Wildcats. I know he'd kill me if he heard me say that, but that's why I always say it when he can't hear me. I think Tyler Bruner thought I was going to say him here a moment ago when I said legend. He's sitting over here to my left with a smile on his face. Davis with it. Now it'll go straight up on the serve receive. Johnson sets up Bass, back row attack, and we're going to get an overpass put down by Evans. Dug by Toms, free balled over by Clucky. Davis now to Johnson. Right side to Maya. That'll be deep right corner, played by Jansen. The Bell into the middle of the Holsing. Tip down. And are we going to get a throw? Nope. That's going to be a point. It'll go off of it, Johnson. 16-12. In favor of Glidden Ralston. Bass on the serve receive. And now free balled over by Evans off of Toms. And the Crusaders back on the board, now down 16-13. I'll head back to the office tonight. I'll type up. This is the only sporting event we've got tonight, so I'll type up the story. I'll get that posted with all the stats from both coaches on the Brinks Exterior Sports Report. But Kleberg's serve that time goes into the up official ladder, and it's 17-13. You can find the Brinks Exterior Sports Report every night that there's local sports. As Tyler Bruner and I type up stories with full stats, recap stories with full stats for all of our local sporting events. Doesn't matter what sport it is. Now, the football games on Friday, those stories are generally posted on Sunday. Sometimes it takes until Sunday to be able to get all the stats and everything collected for those stories that we type up there. So that is why those generally get posted on Sunday. Lydia Hoffbauer set to check in now for Braley Kleberg, and we have that substitution done. Addie Bell will go back to serve. Appreciate everybody tuning in tonight. Coming to you live from the Gatorade broadcast booth, distributed by Pepsi Beverages. Davis on the serve receive. Johnson bump sets it over to Maya. She'll go cross court. That's going to go wide. Crusaders had cut a 6-point deficit down to 2, but the Wildcats have reestablished it back at 5. Coach Dembinski up right now talking with her ball club. Addie Bell with the serve, played up by Bass. Johnson out of the back corner, sets it up again for Maya. She'll free ball it across. Toms over to Bell, left side now Clucky. Blocked to the net off of Toms, but we're going to get a net violation on Leedy. Well, that'll go against Coon Rapids Bayard, and it's back up to a 6-point lead as the Wildcats match their largest lead at 19-13. Probably one more, and I'm guessing Dubinsky will call a timeout here. Davis over to Johnson, now to Bass, and that will drop in. So that saves the timeout. Johnson picks up her 4th assist. It's 19-14. Haley Halber now checking in for Evans. Glidden going with Clucky, Toms, Jansen, and Lloyd, kind of a four-person serve receive. The serve will find Lloyd. Bell will track it down over on the left side to Clucky, tipped across with the left hand, and we're going to get another net violation. Going to go against Coon Rapids Bayard, and that's going to make it 20-14. Driessen now checks in for Jansen, and I thought one more point, and Coon would call a timeout. Glidden got their point there. We've got a timeout back in 30 seconds here on 93.7 KKRL.
At Carroll County Solid Waste, we deliver environmental services together. Why together? Because together we're stronger and more effective. We're proud to partner with you to recycle plastics. Recyclable plastic will have the number 1 or 2 inside the recycle symbol. It's generally a food, beverage, soap, or cleaner container. Make sure they're empty, give them a quick rinse if possible, and put the cap back on. These plastics are not recyclable. They belong in the trash. Visit our website at carrollcountylandfill.com for details of how you can be part of the recycling team, because together, everyone achieves more.
20-14, Glidden Ralston win the lead in at set number 1. Job Blankman, Tyler Bruner coming with you tonight from the Gatorade broadcast booth, distributed by Pepsi Beverages in Carroll. Gatorade helping athletes fuel, recover, and perform. Don't forget you can watch this matchup with our audio on it. Just go to YouTube, search 1380 KCIM. Our video and audio broadcast are powered by New Way Ford in Coon Rapids. Thanks to Brett Lux back in our studios as well. Holzing with the serve. Davis will get it up into the air to Halbert. Now to Bass out of the middle. Driessen drops it back, plays it. Now Bell will set it right side for Lloyd. Tipped across, played by Hoffbauer. Up to Johnson. Left side to Bass. She'll knock it up into the air. It was not going to clear. And Maya Leedy goes up, tips it over, but that'll be 4 hits. So the Wildcats now with their largest lead here at 21-14. So Lauren Holzing again will serve it away for Glidden Ralston. Serve on the way. Played up by Johnson to Halber. Tipped across, dug that time by Toms to Bell. She'll tip it across, and that time it was a set almost to Maya Leedy, dug by Holzing. Bell over to Clocky, big swing, touched at the net by Leedy and Johnson. And then Maya leaned out and hit it, and it went off of Johnson. So that'll be another point for Glidden Ralston. They lead it here 22-14. Served by Holzing, and that is going to be an ace serve. That is our first ace serve for either team tonight. And the Wildcats pulling away here in set 1, up 23-14. Serve coming up here for Holzing. That'll be off of Johnson, and that is going to be another ace serve for Lauren Holzing. It's set point for Glidden Ralston, up 24-14. So Holzing trying to end this first set. Serve played up that time by Davis. Now off to Halber. They'll run a slide, and Bryn Bass picks up the kill. That was a well-executed slide that time for Coon Rapids Bayard. And they cut it now to 24-15. Holzing out. Jansen back in. Maya Leedy with the serve. Played up by Toms. Up now to Bell over to the left side to Driessen, and that'll be a tool for the senior. She'll pick up the match ender, or the set ender. And it is a 25-15 victory for Glidden Ralston here in set number 1. Remember, folks, at one time, this was actually 13-11, so they go on a 12-4 run to end it. Set 2 coming up in 2 minutes right here on 93.7 KKRL.
At Roselle Mutual Insurance, a partner of Grinnell Mutual, we understand teamwork. We believe that hard work pays off, and we know it takes coming together to win. Our team values community and supporting each other. Now's the time to get back at it and return to the field to support our local athletes. To help promote that culture, we are working with Jeff Storyhand to capture our youth and photos from local events, and they will be shared with you on our Facebook page. Experience working together as a winning team. Call Roselle Mutual today at 792-4525 for all your insurance needs.
People want and deserve more comfort, efficiency, and reliability, both in their homes and places of work. Drees Company will be there to meet these challenges, whether we are designing a new system or servicing your existing equipment. We are a rapidly growing company that strives to meet and exceed all your expectations. No matter if you are looking to buy new appliances or need the help from one of our certified technicians, we are here for you. We pride ourselves in our installation and service. Drees Company, servicing the Carroll area since 1933.
Olson's Outdoor Power is your one-stop service and equipment shop for all things outdoor. We sell the best power sports products in the business from Polaris, Can-Am, Sea-Doo, and Ski-Doo, trailers to tackle any job from H&H, Triton, and Wilson, and we continue to lead the way in lawn and garden equipment with great products from Exmark, Dixie Chopper, Husqvarna, Cub Cadet, Steel, and Echo. Add factory-trained technicians in 2 locations, and it's easy to see why Olson's Outdoor Power is the leader in all things outdoor. Olson's Outdoor Power, your one-stop service and equipment shop with locations in Atlantic and Carroll.
From footings to framing to finish. For farm, home, or commercial, for more than 90 years, Wall Lake Lumber Company has been proud to help our communities grow. With 4 convenient locations and one of the largest building material inventories in the area, we are sure to be able to fill all your building needs. From project design and estimating to friendly advice, we can't wait to be part of the process for you. Wall Lake Lumber, with locations in Wall Lake, Lakeview, Odebolt, and Carroll. We're not your grandpa's lumberyard.
Normally the teams take about at least a 2-minute break in between. They were both back out on the court in under a minute. Folks, we're underway here, and we've got an ace serve for Coon Rapids Bayard, and they lead set 2 here right now by a score of 3-0. Gracie Johnson with the first ace here tonight for Coon Rapids Bayard. Again, we talked about her serving and setting ability for them earlier in set 1. Wildcats up 1-0, but Crusaders out to a good start here in set 2. Deep serve played by Clucky. Up now to Bell, left side to Kaler, and that'll be a tool for Vanessa Kaler, her 4th. Bell unofficially now with 8 assists. Wildcats on the board. They're down 3-1. They closed out that first set on a 12-4 run. Serve on the way played by Bass. Up now to Johnson. Over to Mallory. That'll be played up by Tigas to Bell, and now winning the joust at the net is going to be Jessica Evans. And Evans will pick up another one for the Crusaders. They lead it here 4-1. Don't forget our Motor Inn Player of the Match coming up following the match. Motor Inn of Cary, a premier Chevy, Toyota and Chevy dealership for Carroll area. We've got an ace serve there by Lacey Davis. Davis with their second ace here tonight. Crusaders up 5-1. Davis coming up with another serve. That'll be played by Tigas back right. That's going to be an overpass, and Breeley Clayberg right there to put it away. That is number 6 for Breeley. The Crusaders trail it now by a score of, or lead it I should say, by a score of 6-1. Lacey Davis again set to serve it away. That'll be played by Clucky back right. Now off to Tigas, or to Driessen. Free balled over by Kaler. Bass off to Johnson. They'll go again to Clayberg, and that'll be popped up by Jansen, tracked down by Tigas, and we're going to get a lift. They're going to go on Tigas. So another point for the Crusaders, and they lead it here 7-1. We're going to get a timeout called by Glidden Ralston. Let's go ahead and keep it here right now. Wildcats trail this one 7-1. That'll give me a chance to tell you about New Way Ford and thank them for sponsoring Sports on the Go with me and giving me a vehicle to drive to all the different sporting events I've been covering for over a year now. The New Way Ford feature vehicle of the game is a Ford Expedition SUV. It's 4-wheel drive in black in color. You can call 800-861-7268 for more details, or you can check out the Carroll Broadcasting website at 1380kcim.com. We do have a picture with more details available there as well. Sports on the Go with me, Jeff Blackman, powered by New Way Ford in Coon Rapids, home of warranty forever, and also your home for free oil changes for life. And speaking of New Way Ford, of course, we've got Tyler Bruner running our video camera here tonight, and our video is powered by New Way Ford in Coon Rapids. You can find that by going to YouTube and simply searching 1380 KCIM. Serve coming up here for Lacey Davis. It'll go deep right, played by Tigas. Bell behind the 10-foot line, comes left side, Kaler cross court, and that is going to go wide. And the Crusaders will lead set 2 here by a score of 8-1. Glidden continuing to swing right now, but their setter, Addie Bell, is having to set a lot of times behind the 10-foot line. They're not getting those sets right up by the net, so the serve receive struggling a little bit here, but the serve by Davis goes along. And the point for Glidden Ralston makes it 8-2, as Holzing will check in now for Alison Driessen. And Tyler Jansen will go back to serve for the Wildcats. Now they'll go deep, played by Davis. Up now to Johnson, over to the right side, and that time Clayberg sails that one long. 8-3. in favor of the Crusaders. Wildcats on the serve again with Jansen. Serve played up by Davis. Johnson tried to tip it across. Holsing there with the block. And the Wildcats chipping away here. They've scored 3 straight, and they trail it now 8-4 as Jansen again will go back to serve. Serve played up by Davis. They'll go to the middle to Evans. Played in the back row by Jansen. Out of the middle to Bell. Into the middle to Holsing. Tipped to the donut. Dug by Johnson to Evans. Davis will free ball it across. Holsing now to Bell. Tipped across. Played by Bass. Now off to Johnson. Pushes deep corner. Tracked down by Jansen. Bell goes backwards. Clucky not able to free ball it across. And the Crusaders lead it here by a score of 9-4. Really, Clayberg is set to serve it away for the Crusaders. Serve on the way is going to be played by Holsing. They'll work it now, to Holsing. That was Tigas. They get it over now to Johnson, to Maya. Bass off the top of the net, kept alive, and Kaler will knock it across. Great play that time. Tigas kept that one alive, and then Kaler picks up her 5th kill. Wildcats back on the board, down now 9-5. Kaler will check out. Tom's going to check in. Clayberg got Hoffbauer. I know they really like Hoffbauer's size and athleticism down here in Coon. They really got high hopes for her in basketball as well here in volleyball. Bass out of the left side. Got in front of that ball and hit it behind her head. Knocks it long. It's going to be out of bounds, and that'll make it now 9-6. Served by Toms. Played by Bass. Johnson again behind the 10-foot line. Comes over to Maya. That'll be played out of the right side by Jansen. Bell now over to Toms. Free balls it across. Davis to Johnson. Left side. Bass pushes deep corner, and that'll drop in. So the kill for Bryn Bass, her 3rd. Crusaders back up 4 here at 10-6. Their largest lead was 7 at 8-1. Evans out. Halber will check in. Coming to you live here from the Gatorade broadcast booth, distributed by Pepsi Beverages. Halber serve, played up by Tigas, now off to Bell, left side Clucky. Free balls it across, Davis up to Halber, into the middle. Maya has it touch the net, dug by Jansen over to Bell, into the middle to Holsing, and Holsing off of Halber. Lauren Holsing will pick up her 3rd here tonight. Crusaders lead back down to 3 now at 10-7. Addie Bell to serve. Elizabeth Lloyd checks in now for Tigas. Serve coming up here. Serve on the way. That'll be played up by Davis, and Bass able to knock it across. Holsing got it into the air. Now Lloyd tips it across, and that'll be another point for Elizabeth Lloyd. Lloyd has got 4 kills here tonight, folks, and not a one of them has she swung. Every single one of them has been a tip. She has tipped it over the block every single time, and the Crusaders have yet to adjust to that. Bell on the now over to Davis, up to Halber. They run Bass, blocked to the net, popped up by Bass. Maya tips it across, blocked again by Holsing. And Holsing doing an outstanding job here at the net tonight for Glidden Ralston, and that'll make it 10-9. So Addie Bell again set to serve it away. Serve on the way, played by Davis, up now to Halber, tips it across. Holsing, Addie Bell tracks it down, does a nice job not going over the net. Tom's free balls it over. Davis to Halber, and now Bass has it blocked again by Lloyd. And Glidden Ralston dominating on the net right now with the block. Who needs to set it further off of the net? Because they're hitting it right into the block. They need to try and tool. They got to do that thumb up or thumb down thing and hit it around the block. 10-10 our score. First tie here in this 2nd set. We'll step away, take a break, back in 30 seconds here on KKRL.
Family owned and operated since 1948. Quant Auto Salvage is the area's best full-service scrap facility. Whether you are looking to sell scrap iron, vehicles, or batteries, or you need to locate that difficult-to-find part for your vehicle, they have what you need. And if it isn't in stock, they can locate it with their nationwide parts database, or you can pull it yourself at their You Pull It. Quant Auto Salvage. They sell the best and recycle the rest on Kitty Hawk Avenue in Carroll.
welcome you back down here on the Gatorade broadcast booth, distributed by Pepsi Beverages. Gatorade helping athletes fuel, recover, and perform. Albina Tigas in the house tonight, sitting across the way. Sitting over there, I think that's Lauren Durner. She's got a hand over her face right now, so can't tell for sure as we go back to action. Addie Bell on the serve, played by Johnson to Halbert, now to Bass, tipped across, played up by Clucky to Holzing. And now we're going to get 2 touches on that set. Crusaders lead it again by a 1 here at 11-10 as Maya Leedy will head back to serve. Leedy, one of the seniors for this Crusader team, played by Toms, up to Bell. Right side, tipped across by Holzing, dug by Mallory, over to Maya. And now free ball deep by Halber. Jansen up to Bell, off to Holzing in the middle, and that she tried to tip it across and didn't hit it hard enough, but it didn't go over the net. Crusaders lead it here by a score now of 12-10. Both teams really in that tip mode here tonight. A lot of free balls, a lot of tips. Jansen on the serve receive, up to Bell, left side Clucky, that's a swing. And that one's going to sail long. Crusaders gave up the run to the Wildcats after leading 8-1. They got outscored at 9-2 to tie it, but they've come back with 3 straight. Maya Leedy again with the serve, played by Jansen. That'll go straight up. Bell will track it down, and now Lloyd will free ball it across. Hoffbauer, nice pass up to Halber, left side Bass, and that off the top of the net. Drops back down on the Crusader side, and it's 13-11. You probably heard me say set it a little further off of the net. It gives your hitter a little bit more space. So if you're getting blocked a lot, what you can do is you can drop your set off of the net a little bit further. That gives your hitter a little bit more space to be able to hit around that block. And your back row needs to talk and let them know where that block's at. Mallory now attacks out of the left side, played up by Holzing. Now work at left side, Clucky, big swing that time for Paige Clucky. Number 2 tonight for Clucky. And the Wildcats back down by 1 here at 13-12. Lauren Holzing again set to serve it away. Serve is a short one, played up by Halber. Tracked down by Mallory, free ball over by Halber. Lloyd on the second ball to Driessen, tipped across, played up by Halber, now off to Johnson. Into Mallory, blocked at the net. Popped back up by Coon. They'll go left side to Bass, and she is going to miss wide. Tried to push that one across and missed. We are tied at 13-13, our second tie. We had 2 ties, 1 lead change in set 1. We've had 2 ties here in set 2. Short serve played by Hoffbauer, overpass tipped down by Driessen. Played by Davis to Halber. Over to Mallory on the left side, dug by Bell, up to Driessen, left side Clucky. Touch to the net. We're going to get a net violation on Gracie Johnson. And Glidden Ralston with their first lead here at 14-13. Hoffbauer, Davis, Bass in the back row. Serve on the way by Holzing, played by Bass. Now off into Halber, over to the left side, and that is going to be Mallory Leedy with the attack and the block again for Lloyd and Driessen. And Glidden Ralston with their largest lead here at 15-13. Gracie Johnson going to check out now. And Emma Juergens, a senior, going to check in for Coon Rapids Bayard. Coach trying to get a little more size out there, a little more height. Holzing again with the serve, played up by Davis. Now off to Halber. Left side to Mallory. She'll push it across. That's going to go off of Holzing. So Mallory Leedy picks up her first kill here tonight. And it's now 15-14 Wildcats with the lead. Clayberg will check in now for Hoffbauer, and Bryn Bass will head back to serve. Clucky, Jansen, Toms in the back row for Glidden Ralston. Bryn Bass with the jump serve. That'll be played by Jansen. Over to Bell, right side now. The attack from Clucky, popped up by Halber. Juergens will set it over to Clayberg, and her attack into the net. Wildcats up 2 now at 16-14. Brady's got to adjust that swing. If she's 3-4 steps off of the net, she's also not transitioning all the time, so she's jumping straight up, which means she's not getting behind the ball real well. Bass on the serve receive, now off into Halber, left side to Clayberg. Touch the net by Lloyd, and that'll drop in for Clayberg. So Clayberg picks up her 7th kill here tonight. We're at 16-15. Tigas will check in for Lloyd. For Glidden Ralston, you've got Halber checking out and Evans checking in. Johnson comes back in as well for Juergens for Coon Rapids Bayard. Down official checking with Brian Kraft, who's running the score thing tonight. The score sheet, Johnson with the serve, played by Tigas back right over to Bell. Kaler on the left side, free balls it across. Davis up to the net to Johnson, bump set left side to Clayburg, goes cross court, dug by Clucky, up now to Bell, left side at Clucky. That was Bell on the set, dug by Davis, over to Johnson, free balled over again that time by Mallory. Bell comes left side again to Kaler, and that time Vanessa was leaving early, tried to stop, tried to take a step back, and ends up going straight up on the jumper attack into the net, and we're tied at 16, our third tie here in this set. Johnson on the serve, and that's going to be long. Glidden Ralston will maintain the lead here at 17-16. Serve coming up now for Tigas. That'll be deep, played by Davis. Tracked down by Johnson. Clayburg able to free ball it over. Driessen now to Bell. Back to Driessen, blocked by Clayburg, popped up by Clucky. Bell over to Kaler, and a big swing for Vanessa Kaler. Glidden continues to probably be the more aggressive team here tonight. And they lead this second set 18-16. Serve on the way by Tigas, played up by Bass, now off to Johnson. Over to Mallory, cross court, dug by Tigas, over to Johnson. Now off to Evans, to Clayburg left side, blocked again. And now the pushover is going to hit the net, popped up by Kaler. Bell hits it over, played up by Mallory to Johnson. Johnson free balls it nice and high, Clucky over to Bell. Now off to Kaler, and that'll be a tool, got it off of the block. Coon Rapids Bayard not getting up to the net and pressing. And so when they're getting the block, a lot of times the block's going off them and into the net. They need to get a little closer to the net. I think part of the reason why they backed off is they had 3 net calls on them. Davis, short serve receive, and now off to Johnson to Clayburg, cross court off of Kaler. And really Clayburg picks up kill number 8 here tonight. We've got Gracie Johnson unofficially with 6 assists on the night. Crusaders at down 19-17. They'll serve it with Lacey Davis. Maya Leedy checks in now for Mallory Leedy as Davis will serve. Serve back middle, played by Clucky, now off to Bell. Over to the right side, Driessen, blocked to the net, popped up that time by Driessen to Bell. She'll attack into the net on the second ball. And the Crusaders in striking distance here, down 19-18. Serve coming up here for Lacey Davis. Serve. Back middle, played by Clucky. Kaler couldn't get to it. Kaler was starting to transition. Didn't see the ball was coming up to her on that serve receive. And that is going to be an ace serve for Lacey Davis. Her second. We're tied at 19, our 4th tie in this second set. Lacey Davis again set to serve it away. A short one played by Jansen. Great serve received to Bell. Now off to Clucky down the line. That was off the net. Nice dig by Johnson. Maya sets it up for Davis, played by Clucky backwards. Tigas tracks it down, and can Jansen free ball it across? She can. Davis gets it straight up to Johnson, tipped to the donut. Knocked over by Tigas. Johnson now off to Maya to Clayburg, and that'll be into the net, and Glidden Ralston holds on to the lead here at 20-19. Coon that time had a free ball opportunity, but instead of getting a swing, they free balled it back over, and Glidden Ralston then scores the point. Jansen with the serve, played by Davis. Nice serve receive up to Johnson. Right side, Clayburg started transitioning or attacking a little early. Hit that one behind her. And Tigas ball goes up and over the net. It's going to go off of Coon Rapids Bayard. And it's 21-19 now in favor of Glidden Ralston. Dyla Jansen will serve. The serve played by Bass. Now off to Johnson. To Clayburg, free balled it across. Clucky over to Bell, into the middle, and a big swing for Holsing, and that'll drop in for Lauren Holsing. And that is at number 4 for her tonight. And the Wildcats up 22-19, and there's the timeout coming from Coach Dembinski. Wildcats lead at 1-0. They win at first set 25-15, up in set 2 22-19. Back in 30 seconds here on KKRL.
Being a part of a team is not only fun, it can give our students a sense of identity and help them develop long-term relationships. This is Dr. Nate Luth, Next Generation Chiropractic. Student athletes, make sure you are taking care of your body before, during, and after the game. Proper warm-ups and cool-down are vital to staying on the field or court, and having regular chiropractic appointments can help reduce the risk of injury. Stay in the game by taking care of your body. Good luck to all area student athletes this season. Let's stay healthy and have fun.
Back here on the Gatorade broadcast booth, distributed by Pepsi Beverages. Gatorade helping athletes fuel, recover, and perform. Jeff Blankman with you. We've got Tyler Bruner back in the studios. Or actually, Tyler's sitting over here. We've got Brett Lux in the studio, and we had a question here, and I don't know if we understood what the question was. Well, so Tyler Jansen with the serve. That'll be played by Davis. Over now to Johnson into the middle to Evans. Played up by Johnson. Over to Bell. Tipped across that time by Holzing. Dug by Johnson. Evans sets it up for Maya. Blocked at the net by Holzing. Glidden Ralston leads it here 23-19. Serve coming up here for Jansen. Serve deep. Played that time by Bass. Now off to Johnson. Over to Evans. Evans with the attack. Dug by Tigges. Over to Jansen. Now to Kaler. Touched the net. Popped up by Clayberg. Tipped over by Johnson. Clocky with it. Now off to Bell. Left side again to Kaler. And that'll sail long. And Essa left a little bit early. Hit that one just as she was starting to come down. And that made that ball sail on her a little bit. Never want to leave until the ball leaves the setter's hands unless you're running a quick. And it's a little bit different, but Clayberg with it now off into the hands of Jansen on the serve. Received to Bell. Over to Clucky. She'll push it deep. Played by Davis. Mack middle up to Johnson. Left side to Bass. Pushes deep off of Jansen. Clucky can't quite track it down. Crashes into the wall. And Bryn Bass will pick up her fourth kill. Crusaders down here 23-21 as Breeley Clayberg heads back to serve. Serve on the way from Clayberg. Played up by Tigges. That'll be an overpass. Tipped down by Bryn Bass on the overpass. And Bass has now got 5 kills here on the night. Crusaders within 1 at 23-22. So Breeley Clayberg now to serve it away. Serve. Another overpass, but this time Bass can't clear the net. The first one she went up and kind of tipped down and controlled it. This time she went up and swung hard and hits it into the net. And it's now set point for Glidden Ralston. As Hoffbauer checks in for Clayberg, Summer Toms will go back to serve for the Wildcats. Toms had a nice service run in set 1. Davis straight up on the serve, received to Johnson. Left side now to Maya. That's going to be deep and out. And Glidden Ralston will take the first 2 sets here tonight. 25-15 set 1. 25-22 here in set 2. We're back with more volleyball in 2 minutes on KKRL.
Family owned and operated since 1948, Quant Auto Salvage is the area's best full-service scrap facility. Whether you are looking to sell scrap iron, vehicles, or batteries, or you need to locate that difficult-to-find part for your vehicle, they have what you need. And if it isn't in stock, they can locate it with their nationwide parts database, or you can pull it yourself at their You Pull It. Quant Auto Salvage. They sell the best and recycle the rest on Kitty Hawk Avenue in Carroll.
Can your roof handle extreme hail conditions? Ours can. Check it out. As you can see, our Brinks roof has stood up to the test with 0 damage. As for our competitors, well, theirs did not. Is your roof worn out or needs repair? Know that not all roofers and shingles are created equal. If you need honest feedback whether your roof needs to be repaired or replaced, get a second opinion. And call the Roof Pros at Brinks Exteriors, 920-ROOF-PRO.
St. Anthony Regional Hospital, the regional leader in healthcare, dedicated to improving the health of the people they serve. At St. Anthony Regional Cancer Center, you'll find the convenience of cancer and oncology consultation and treatment in one convenient location. At St. Anthony Clinic, you'll find a team of doctors and nurses that care about you and your family's health. St. Anthony Clinic is devoted to comprehensive health care for people of all ages. For every stage of life, always look to the cross. Always St. Anthony.
Being a part of a team is not only fun, it can give our students a sense of identity and help them develop long-term relationships. This is Dr. Nate Luth, Next Generation Chiropractic. Student athletes, make sure you are taking care of your body before, during, and after the game. Proper warm-ups and cool-down are vital to staying on the field or court, and having regular chiropractic appointments can help reduce the risk of injury. Stay in the game by taking care of your body. Good luck to all area student athletes this season. Let's stay healthy and have fun.
Coming to you live from the Gatorade broadcast booth, distributed by Pepsi Beverages. Gatorade helping athletes fuel, recover, and perform. Jeff Blankman with you here tonight down in Coon Rapids. We've got Rolling Valley Conference volleyball action. Wildcats leading the Crusaders here 2-love, winning 25-15 and 25-22. We've got Brett Lux back in the studio. And don't forget, we've got our live video with the audio coverage over on our 1380 KCIM YouTube page. So all you got to do is go to YouTube and search 1380 KCIM, and you can pull up the match and watch and listen to it. We've got Tyler Bruner over here running that video coverage, and it is powered by New Way Ford here in Coon Rapids. So we thank New Way Ford. We'll also thank them for doing sports on the go with me, giving me a vehicle to drive to all the different sporting events I've covered over the last year. Their New Way Ford feature vehicle is a Ford Expedition SUV. It's a four-wheel drive. It's black in color. Call New Way Ford at 800-861-7268 for more details, or check out the Carroll Broadcasting website at 1380kcim.com for a picture with more details. Sports on the go with me, Jeff Blankman, powered by New Way Ford in Coon Rapids, home of warranty forever, and now your home for free oil changes for life. Tigas is set to serve it away here, Ashland, for Glidden Ralston as we get set for set number 3 tonight. Wildcats looking to move to 8-5 on the season, get their first Rolling Valley Conference win. Halber with the bump set over to Clayburg. She'll free ball it across. Tigas out of the back right, now to Bell. Left side, Kaler, big swing, blocked to the net, pop back up that time by Tigas. Bell with the attack on the third ball, dug by Bass, and that is going to go out of bounds over the net. And Glidden Ralston, the first set that Glidden Ralston has led at the start. Coon had jumped up in the first 2 sets, and then Glidden had to rally back. That's going to be a long serve that time by Tigas, and we are tied for the first time here in this third set. 1-1 our score. And Gracie Johnson will head back to the service line. Quick happy birthday to Greg Costra. Anybody that knows Greg out there celebrating a birthday, he is one of the elite weightlifting coaches in the nation. Runs North Highland Weightlifting Club there in Carroll, and he works out Gracie Johnson, who picks up the point for the Crusaders there, and they now lead it here by a score of 2-1. Johnson with that serve. Glidden Ralston not able to get the ball under control and get into their rhythm. Serve on the way this time by Johnson. It's going to go wide, almost hit Albina that time. And we are tied at 2-2, our second tie here in this third set. I think we must have had an ankle sprain or something. I see some ice being brought to the Glidden Ralston bench. Johnson with it now over to Clayburg. Tip to the donut, and Clayburg going to drop one in. I've got Clayburg now for 9 kills here tonight. Crusaders lead it at 3-2. So that might have been that question that we were trying to get asked earlier. That could be. Serve coming up here for Davis off the top of the net. Dug by Kaler. Bell comes left side to Holzing down the line. Dug by Johnson over to Maya. Tipped across, blocked over by Holzing. Dug by Evans back over to Holzing. Bell back to Holzing. Touched at the net. Played up by number 10 for Clayburg here tonight. Crusaders lead it now by a score of 4-2. I'll head back to the office tonight, get that Brinks Exterior Sports Report match recap with full stats up for you later on tonight. Davis with the serve. Played up by Tigas. Now to Bell over to Kaler on the right side. Blocked, pop back up by Kaler over to Maya on the overpass. Tigas on the dig to Bell to Holzing, and Holzing going to pick up another kill. Number 5 tonight for Lauren Holzing. Wildcats down here 4-3. Kaler will check out. Summer Tom's going to check in. Summer Tom's to serve. And that'll be deep, and it's going to drop in for an ace. Bass and Davis were both there. I think Bass started to swing. Davis was right by the line. I don't know if one of them was yelling out or not, but they both Bass pulled their hands down. Davis never went for it, and it dropped in front of Davis just in front of the line, and it's now 4-4. Our third tie. Bass on the serve received to Johnson, now to Clayburg, and that is going to be out. Had to wait for the official to call it, so Glidden Ralston has rallied back. We've got a lead change, our second one. And it's now 5-4 in favor of the Wildcats. Toms again to serve. Played by Bass, off to Johnson. Over to Maya. She'll go cross court, played up by Toms, tipped over by Bell, dug up by Bass. Now to Johnson. And that is going to be 2 touches on the set. One of the things I've noticed here tonight with Coon Rapids Bayard is they stand a lot in the back row. So they're not down in a defensive position. So when they receive, and that serve's going to go long, that'll be out of bounds. It's going to make it 6-5. So when they dig or when they serve receive, folks, their pass is going straight up into the air. So their setter's always setting pretty much from behind the 10-foot line. Got to be down in more of a defensive, in a serve receive or a pass stance. And they've struggled with that a little bit tonight. Holsing will free ball it across. Davis gets it up now to Bass. They'll bump set it to Kleberg out of the back row off the top of the net. Overpass that time by Tigas, dug by Davis. Now off to Johnson, cross court by Bass, dug by Toms to Bell, left side Clucky, and that is going to drop in for Paige Clucky, her third. 7-5, Glidden Ralston here tonight. Wildcats leading this 2-0. Motor Inn player of the match coming up following the match. Motor Inn of Cary, your premier Toyota Chevy Buick dealership for everything from sales to service to parts and collision. Addie Bell. Off to Davis, now to Johnson. Again, setting back by that top of the key on the basketball court. Jansen with it over to Bell. The Clucky, 2 touches on that set. And it's now 7-6. Jessica Evans checks out. Halber will check in. For Coon Rapids Bayard, she'll head back to serve. Toms, Jansen, Lloyd, Clucky all in serve receive. It'll be played by Lloyd. Perfect serve receive up to Bell. Now Clucky free balls it across. Bass over to Halber. Now off to Maya. Free balls it again into the hands of Jansen. Over to Bell. Tipped over by Holsing towards the donut. Popped up by Halber. Now Holsing with the block at the net. Gets it from Toms. Tips it back across. And we are going to get 2 touches are going to go on Bryn Bass. And the Wildcats' lead is actually, it's going to be 7-7. Oh, they gave the point, so they called 2 touches. I thought it was 2 touches on Bass. It was 2 touches on Glidden Ralston, so that's where I got confused. Bass on the attack. It popped the back over by Holsing. And now Maya with the attack through the fingertips of Toms. And Maya Leedy going to pick up her first kill here tonight. Crusaders will lead it here 8-7. That is our 3rd lead change in this 3rd set. Haley Halber goes back to serve. Played up by Clucky. Bell will track it down. Comes over to Clucky, and that time that set took her up to the net. That was not a good serve receive to start with, as Bell had a long way to run. They should be like there's a little area that you really want to hit your serve receives to, so that your setter doesn't have to move. That gives your setter choices. That serve into the net. Both of our setters tonight have had to run a lot, but Glidden has certainly been more consistent in their back row passing tonight than Coon. Holsing with the serve receive. Played nicely that time by Johnson to Halber over to Bass, and her attack into the net. Glidden with 2 straight has tied it at 9-9. That is our 4th tie. And now it'll be Lauren Holsing back to serve. Serve played up by Johnson to Halber. Tipped across. Toms with the dig back over to Halber. Maya Leedy keeps it alive, and now Bass will attack down the left side. Played by Bell to Toms. Bump sets it, and it'll be a Driessen free ball, and they get across. Davis over to Halber. Left side Bass. Touch to the net, and that'll be a tool as Bryn Bass picks up kill number 6. Crusaders back up 1 here at 10-9. Holsing will check out. Tyler Jansen back in for the Wildcats. Maya Leedy with the serve, played by Jansen up to Bell. Over to the right side with the attack is Lloyd. That's going to be off of Maya Leedy. Lloyd had 4 early ones in set 1. Had not had a kill since then, but she picks up that one, and we're tied 10-10. 5th tie here in this 3rd set. Wildcats up 2-0. Paige Clucky with the serve, dug by Davis. Up now to Halber, left side over to Mallory. She'll free ball it across. Wildcats will see if they can use it. Lloyd to Driessen in the middle, and that'll fall in for Alison Driessen, her 3rd. Lloyd with the assist, her 2nd. Wildcats back up here. Our third lead change as they lead it, or fourth lead change, I should say. They lead it 11-10. Paige Clucky set to serve it away again. Serve played by Davis back row. Halber again behind that 10-foot line. Over to Mallory. Now to Clucky. To Bell. Left side it comes to Kaler. Big swing. Touch the net off of Davis. And Kaler's got 8 kills here tonight. Wildcats back up 2 now at 12-10. Paige Clucky set to serve it away. Johnson will check out. Juergen's going to check back in now for Coon Rapids Bayard. Serve off of the net. Serve received by Bass over the net and out of bounds. And the lead is 3 for Glidden Ralston at 13-10. Clucky again with the serve. Played by Davis. Again, Crusaders set behind that 10-foot line over to Mallory. Touched the net. Dug by Jansen. Bell sets it over the net to Hoffbauer, now to Halber, and that's a low set, but Bass able to free ball it over. Lloyd gets it to Bell, back over to Lloyd. Cross court, dug by Halber. Juergens now bump sets it to Mallory in the middle. She'll free ball it across. Bell to Lloyd, over to Kaler, big swing, and that is going to go long. They wanted touch, no touch, and it's 13-11. Serve coming up now for Bryn Bass. Lloyd will check out. Tigges back onto the floor for the Wildcats. Don't forget our Mackey Motors post-match show coming up for you. Find new roads at Mackey Motors in Lake City. Tigges on the overpass. Mallory up to Davis. Now to Kleberg. Touch the net. Dug by Clucky over to Bell. Left side it comes, and Kaler's attack. That should be 4 hits. It's not going to be. They're going to say it was touched at the net. And now Halber will free ball it across. Bell gets it over to Tigges. Free balled over by Driessen. Davis to Halber. Left side to Kleberg. Played up by Clucky. Now off to Jansen. Over to Clucky. Free balls it deep. Played by Davis to Halber. Middle set for Mallory. That'll be played deep by Jansen. Bell sits Driessen. Tipped across. Played by Davis. Now over to Halber. Free balls over on the second ball. Clucky to Bell. Left side, Kaler, big swing for Vanessa Kaler. She's got 9 kills. And the Wildcats up 3 at 14-11. Can't keep sending free balls over because eventually somebody's going to send one over hard, and that's what's happened. Crusaders free balling a lot tonight. The serve is off the top of the net, going to drop in for an ace for Tigges. That'll be her first and the fourth, and the Crusaders will call a timeout. They trail it here 15-11. We're back in 30 seconds right here on 93.7 KKRL.
At New Way Ford in Coon Rapids and New Way Auto in Jefferson, we make your vehicle buying experience stress-free. Our sales team will help determine your vehicle needs with options and features that you desire. Our finance team will explain financing terms and options best for each customer. Our service team is always here for you. From our Oil Changes for Life program to our exclusive warranty forever. We work to keep your New Way vehicle going long after the sale. Stop by and let our family help yours get into the next car, truck, or SUV.
Coming to you live from the Gatorade broadcast booth, distributed by Pepsi Beverages in Carroll. Gatorade helping athletes fuel, recover, and perform. Jeff Weichman with you. Brett Locke's back in our studio. Tyler Bruner over here running our video production tonight, being powered by New Way Ford in Coon Rapids. Glidden Ralston leading Coon Rapids Bayard here in Coon Rapids, 2-0, and now up 4. Their largest lead here in this third set. Won the first one going away 25-15. Snuck back and won the second one 25-22. Now up 15-11 here in this third set. The serve by Tigges, going to be played by Bass up to Halber, and now knocked over by Juergens. Clucky over to Bell. Kaler's ball is blocked. Driessen keeps it alive. Back over to Bell to Driessen. Touched the net. Dug by Bass. Pushed over. Dug by Jansen. Tigges now to Driessen. She'll free ball it deep. Played by Davis. Nice pass that time up to Halber to Kleberg. And Kleberg goes along. And it's 16-11. Tigges again with the serve. And is that going to drop in? It does. It was right down the line. Bass thought it was going to be out. It drops in for an ace for Ashlyn Tigges, her second fifth of the night. And the Wildcats up 17-11. That's where teammates have got to be talking. The player playing the ball has got to be watching the ball. Everybody else has got to be yelling. Clayberg with a big swing played by Jansen, and diving for it was both Bell and Tigas. They're both okay as they collided with each other, but Clayberg going to pick up the point and the kill. That'll make it 17-12. Johnson will check in for Juergens. Halber will check out as Evans will check in for Coon Rapids Bayard. Gracie Johnson will head back to the service line. Johnson with the serve, played up by Tigas. Off to Bell. Now over to the right side to Driessen, and we're going to get 2 touches. Nope, a lift. Lift call is what they're going to call. I thought maybe it had slipped through the fingers and they were going to call 2 touches, but it's a lift. Caden Wink hanging out down here in front of me. Serve on the way, going to be played up by Tigas to Bell. She'll set Driessen right side, cross court, dug by Johnson. And now Mallory gets it off to Clayberg, and Driessen's ball is going to be over the net and out of bounds. The Crusaders sneaking back in this one at 17-14. Gracie Johnson will head back to serve. Serve played up by Tigas, now off to Bell, left side Kaler. And that'll be touched to the net, then popped out of bounds by Evans. Wildcats will lead it here 18-14. Driessen will check out. Jansen goes back to serve for Glidden Ralston. She's had a really good match here tonight. Serve on the way, going to be played up by Bass. Now off to Johnson. And there is a Mallory Leedy picking up her 2nd kill here tonight. Johnson with her 9th assist. It's 18-15. Crusaders hanging in. Need a run here, though, if they're going to get back into this one. Can't trade points as Lacey Davis goes back to serve. That serve played up by Holsing. Addie Bell gets it back over to Holsing. Tips it across. Popped it back up by Evans to Davis. Now over to Clayberg. Tipped across, but blocked by Holsing. Holsing's everywhere on the floor right now. That could have been 2 and should have been 2 on Holsing. Evans now with it. It's going to be knocked out of bounds. And the point is going to belong to Glidden Ralston. Wildcats may have gotten away with one there. And that's going to make it 19-15. Line judge down here trying to tell the up official something, but that's not their job. Their job is to call in or out. Summer Toms with the serve. That'll be played by Bass. Now off to Johnson. Left side to Maya, dug up that time by Tigas. Over to Clucky, free ball over and now into the hands of Davis. They work into Evans, that's off the top of the net, popped up by Clucky. Bell comes back over to Clucky, blocked to the net, back up into the air by Clucky. Toms comes into the middle to Holsing, blocked again that time by Evans. They'll go back to Holsing, tipped across, played up by Clayberg. Johnson free balls it deep, played by Jansen to Bell to Holsing, big swing, that'll sail long. And it's now 19-16. Really Clayberg will serve it away here for Glidden Ralston, for Coon Rapids Bayard. Wildcats up 2-0 here, leading in this 3rd set. Jansen, the Bell tips it across. That's off of Johnson, kept alive by Davis. Evans will free ball it across. Jansen up to Bell, into the middle to Holsing, and that is going to go long. 19-17 our score. And now Breeley Clayberg is going to serve it away again for the Crusaders, and that'll be deep off of Jansen to Toms. Tigas will free ball it across, and we're going to get 2 touches on that one. And all of a sudden, we've got a 3rd set here at 19-18. Breeley Clayberg is serve it away again for the Crusaders. It's 18-14 and 19-15 at one time, now 19-18. Addie Bell to Holsing, blocked to the net. Nope, 4 touches are going to be called, so it's not blocked, it was off the white tape, and we're tied at 19. Our 6th tie here in this 3rd set. Crusaders looking to take the lead again. We've had 4 lead changes so far, and head coach Krista Bunt wants a timeout for Glidden Ralston. Timeout on the floor back in 30 seconds. We're tied at 19 in set 3. Back next on KKRL.
This is Iowa, and Avelo Bank has called Iowa home since 1870. With 17 locations across the state, we're proud to be part of your community. Right now, you can open an Avela Bank Simply Free checking account for you or your business and get a new debit card immediately. We'll even buy your old bank's unused checks. Stop by or visit us online to see how we're making better banking available for you. Avela Bank, member FDIC.
Jeff Blackman with you here tonight in Coon Rapids. What a third set we've got. 19-19 our score. See Austin Tigas, the old Kemper graduate, in the house here tonight watching some volleyball. Really Clayberg sent to serve it away for Coon Rapids Bayard. Wildcats with Toms, Jansen, and Tigas. That'll be at Jansen back middle up to Bell. Left side it comes to Clucky. Touch to the net played by Clayberg. Tracked down by Johnson over to Bash. Pushes deep. Played up that time by Toms to Bell. Now to Clucky. Pushes deep. Played up by Davis to Johnson. Left side Bass. That'll be played deep by Jansen up to Bell. Over to Clucky. Big swing off of Clayberg. Over the net. Hit the antenna out of bounds. And Glidden Ralston will hold on to the lead here at 20-19. Lloyd now checks in for Tigas. Hoffbauer in for Clayberg for Coon Rapids Bayard. So the serve coming up here for Addie Bell. It's down the left side, played by Bass. Johnson now gets it off to Maya. She'll attack, touch to the net, dug by Bell up to the net. Lloyd tips it over, popped up by Bass. Free balled over by Johnson. Jansen gets it to Bell. Left side Clucky, and Clucky's ball into the net, and we're tied at 20 apiece. 7th tie in this third set. Halber will check in for Evans. And Haley Halber heads back to serve. Nice crowd on hand down here tonight at Coon watching some high school volleyball. Serve coming up by Halber, and that time Lloyd thought it was going to go deep. Toms points at herself, says, my bad. It drops in for an ace serve, and Coon Rapids Bayard has the lead here. On their fourth ace serve of the night, first for Halber, they lead at 21-20. Again, this was a 19-14 or 19-15 lead at one time. Lloyd on the serve received a Bell, now to Clucky, tips it deep. Both players had people into the net, so no call. Hoffbauer over to Bass. Now off to Jansen, to Bell. Into the middle to Holzing, and Holzing going to drop one in, and we're tied. Lauren Holzing with her 6th kill of the night. 21-21, 8 ties in this set. Lauren Holzing back to serve for Glidden Ralston. Serve is deep, played up by Johnson, now to Halber, left side Bass, dug by Toms, over to Bell, left side Clucky, big swing, and that'll drop in for Paige Clucky. That is her 4th. Bell unofficially now 19 assists. Wildcats take the lead back here at 22-21, our 5th lead change. Make that our 6th lead change. Holzing with the serve, played up by Johnson to Halber, right side Bass. She'll go deep. That's going to be off of Holzing and out of bounds. That one might have sailed out, but Holzing played it. Bass will pick up the kill. 22-22 our score. Maya Leedy with the serve, played by Jansen up to Bell. Left side Driessen, cross court, dug by Hoffbauer, hit the ceiling, played by Halber, now to Bass. Played by Jansen out of the back middle to Bell. Over to Clucky off the top of the net, popped up by Mallory, but that's going to go out of bounds. Clucky will pick up the point. And Glidden Ralston 2 points away now from sweeping here tonight as they lead at 23-22. And Paige Clucky will head back to serve. Kaler back onto the floor for the Wildcats. Serve on the way down the line, played by Davis up to Halber, left side now to Mallory, and that'll drop in for Mallory. Her 3rd kill here tonight. Halber picks up the assist. We are tied at 23 apiece. Lloyd out, Tigas in, Clayberg in, Hoffbauer out. Serve, played that time by Tigas, over to Driessen. Now Kaler on to the left side, goes cross court, dug by Bass, up to Halber. Left side Clayberg, big swing, touch the net, but that'll drop in for Breely Clayberg. Clayburgh now unofficially with 12 kills here tonight. Crusaders have a set point up 24-23. Bryn Bass back to serve. Serve on the way, played by Jansen, and that is going to be an ace serve for Braley Clayburgh. For Bryn Bass. And the Crusaders sneak back here and take set number 3, 25-23. Wildcats lead at 2-1. Set 4 is coming up in 2 minutes here on KKRL.
This is Iowa, and Avela Bank has called Iowa home since 1870. With 17 locations across the state, we're proud to be part of your community. Right now, you can open an Avela Bank Simply Free checking account for you or your business and get a new debit card immediately. We'll even buy your old bank's unused checks. Stop by or visit us online to see how we're making better banking available for you. Avela Bank, member FDIC.
At Carroll County Solid Waste, we deliver environmental services together. Why together? Because together we're stronger and more effective. We're proud to partner with you to recycle plastics. Recyclable plastic will have the number 1 or 2 inside the recycle symbol. It's generally a food, beverage, soap, or cleaner container. Make sure they're empty, give them a quick rinse if possible, and put the cap back on. These plastics are not recyclable. They belong in the trash. Visit our website at carrollcountylandfill.com for details of how you can be part of the recycling team, because together, everyone achieves more.
People want and deserve more comfort, efficiency, and reliability, both in their homes and places of work. Dries Company will be there to meet these challenges, whether we are designing a new system or servicing your existing equipment. We are a rapidly growing company that strives to meet and exceed all your expectations. No matter if you are looking to buy new appliances or need the help from one of our certified technicians, we are here for you. We pride ourselves in our installation and service. Dries Company, servicing the Carroll area since 1933.
The serve received to Bell to Kaler, dug by Bass, now over to Johnson to Clayburgh, dug by Clucky up and under the net. And really Clayburgh now unofficially with 13 kills tonight, and the Crusaders take a 1-0 lead here in set number 4. Don't forget, Jeff Storyhound in the house tonight taking pictures. You'll find those on the Roselle Mutual Facebook page as well as on the Carroll Broadcasting Facebook pages later on tonight. Kaler's attack into the net, and Coon now up 2-0. Coon Rapids Bayard student section just took the fan that was blowing out onto the court and turned it more towards themselves. That'll be interesting to see how long that lasts. Jansen on the serve received to Bell, and now Alison Driessen picks up her 4th kill. Unofficially, Bell now with 20 assists. Wildcats on the board, down 2-1. It is a touch bit warm in the gym tonight. You can tell we had a lot of humidity and heat early in the day. And the serve that time hits Bryn Bass. She was running back to follow it to the line and turned and ran right into the ball. And that is going to be an ace serve for Tigas, her 3rd. And we are tied at 2-2, our first tie here in this 4th set. Bass up to Johnson, now to Clayburgh off the top of the net. That'll drop in for Breeley. Number 4 for her tonight. Crusaders back up here by a score of 3-2. Lacey Davis will serve it away for the Crusaders. Serve on the way, played by Tigas. Now off to Bell. Over to Driessen. She'll free ball it across. It'll be played up by Bass, and that's going to be an overpass, and right there is Vanessa Kaler to put it away, her 10th kill. We are tied at 3-3, second tie. And Tyler Jansen now heads back to the service line. Serve. Played up by Bass, now off to Johnson. Right side Clayburgh. Played by Jansen up to Bell. Over to Kaler. Tipped across. Played by Johnson. And now there's a joust won by Glidden Ralston. Clayburgh to Johnson. Free balled over. Jansen up to Bell. Set out of the right side to Holzing, dug by Johnson up over the net. Kaler keeps it alive. Bell will bump set it for Holzing. Tip to the left side. Diving for it is Bass, unable to get it. And Holzing's got her 7th kill unofficially here tonight. And the Wildcats have their first lead here in this 4th set, leading it 4-3. Serve on the way, played by Davis. Now up to Johnson. Left side to Maya, played softly over to Kaler. Bell comes into the middle to Holzing, tipped across, and that'll drop in for Holzing. Glidden has done a nice job tonight of when Coon is dropped all the way back and nobody gets back to base. They tip it across and find that donut wide open, and then when Coon's kind of at base and in position, they seem to swing pretty hard. Jansen with it now over to Bell, off to Holzing, tipped again, this time dug by Maya over to Clayberg. Big swing, sails along. And Glidden Ralston leads it here 6-3. Sometimes on that second ball, it's better to just kind of bump that one in the air. Served by Jansen, played by Davis. There's a good serve receive. Up now to Evans, and her attack going to sail long. Coon Rapids Bayard wanted a touch. We're going to get a timeout called by the Crusaders. 7-3 Wildcats here in this 4th set. Wildcats up 2-1. We're back in 30 seconds here on KKRL.
St. Anthony Regional Hospital, the regional leader in healthcare, dedicated to improving the health of the people they serve. At St. Anthony Regional Cancer Center, you'll find the convenience of cancer and oncology consultation and treatment in one convenient location. At St. Anthony Clinic, you'll find a team of doctors and nurses that care about you and your family's health. St. Anthony Clinic is devoted to comprehensive health care for people of all ages. For every stage of life, always look to the cross. Always St. Anthony.
Coming in live from the Gatorade broadcast booth. Gatorade distributed by Pepsi Beverages, helping athletes fuel, recover, and perform. Jeff Blankman, Brett Locke's back in the studio monitoring things. We thank Brett for hanging out with us. More volleyball tomorrow night. Mr. Tyler Bruner going to be in action. I'll be out there to help him. I'll do color commentating tomorrow night. Serve on the way. Ballard at Carroll. Johnson back sets it right side to Clayberg, and that'll drop in for Breeley. Number 15 for her tonight. I've got Johnson unofficially now with 13 assists. Crusaders down 7-4. The up official talking with Coon Rapids Bayard. Something about somebody on the bench's feet must have been out too far. Serve off the top of the net. Dug that time by Holzing. Now get it back to Holzing. She'll free ball it across. Davis over to Johnson. Now to Maya. Blocked at the net. And there is Lauren Holzing again. Lauren's one of those players probably in that hunt for our Motor Inn Player of the Game. She's had a pretty nice match here tonight. Jansen, Bell, couple other ones for Glidden Ralston. For Coon, you got to think probably Johnson, Clayberg. Two players who have played well for them tonight. Summer Toms heads back to serve. And if I didn't say Tyler Jansen, she's in that hunt too. A lot of different players right now. Bass's attack into the net. And Glidden leads it here 9-4. Detroit up on Green Bay, 17-14 at halftime on Monday Night Football. Packers could start 0-2. Serve coming up here for Summer Toms. That'll be played by Bass to Johnson. Over now to Maya, tipped across, and that'll drop in for Maya Leedy. Her second here tonight. Crusaders trail it now 9-5. Evans out, Halber in for the Crusaders. Serve coming up here for Haley Halber, and that'll go deep and sails out of bounds. Wildcats lead extended back to 5 now at 10-5. That matches their largest lead here in this 4th set. Glidden won the first one, 12-4 run to close it out, 125-15. Took the second one, 25-22. Crusaders won the third set 25-23 as Bass's attack goes into the net. And the Wildcats lead it here by a score of 11-5. Addie Bell back to serve again for the Wildcats. Played up by Davis off to Hoffbauer, left side to Bass. Free balls it over. Jansen to Bell. Into the middle to Holzing. Touched the net. Played by Davis. Played up by Halber. Free balled up into the net. That netting that separates the court, that one that hangs up in the ceiling, that hit that. So that'll be a point for Glidden Ralston, and they lead it 12-5. Serve on the way by Bell, played up by Davis. That's an overpass. Clocky with the attack, dug by Hoffbauer. Johnson to Halber, free ball is it over. And now we've got Lloyd into the net with a tip attempt. And that'll make it 12-6. Mallory Leedy set to check in now for Davis. And Maya Leedy will go back to serve for Coon Rapids Bayard. Serve played by Lloyd. Free balled over by Clucky, now to Maya. They'll come to Mallory in the middle. Free ball's at deep, played by Jansen to Bell. Off to Holzing, pushes it across. Collision that time by Coon, but they'll keep it alive, and Hoffbauer will free ball it over. Bell to Lloyd, tipped over that time by Holzing. Should have probably had a net violation, no call, and that's going to be off of Jansen in the back row. Bass going to pick that one up. And the Crusaders trail it now 12-7. Maya Leedy with a serve, played by Jansen, off to Bell, now over to Clocky. Touch to the net, played by Maya, and Halber's tip goes into the net. And it's 13-7 in favor of Glidden Ralston. Their largest lead was 7. It is currently 6. Jansen out, Driessen in. And the serve coming up here for Holzing. Going to be played by Hoffbauer over to Maya, free balled over to Mallory, free balled over by Bass. Tom's up to Bell, left side Clucky, big swing, and that'll drop in. That is her 6th. 14-7, Glidden Ralston. They appear to be in control here in this 4th set. Coon can't let them build this lead anymore. May need a timeout here if this stretches another point or two. Serve received by Hoffbauer, goes backwards. Bass bump sets it over now to Mallory, and that's going to be tipped off of Lloyd and out of bounds. So Mallory will pick up the kill, her 4th. That'll make it 14-8. Hoffbauer out, Clayberg in for Coon Rapids Bayard. Serve coming up, played up that time by Clucky. Bell dove to keep it alive. Clucky had to try and jump over the top of her to get to the 3rd ball, unable to do so. That'll make it 14-9. As Bryn Bass again will go back to serve for Coon Rapids Bayard. Serve on the way, deep, played by Jansen. Bell tracks it down, now over to Driessen. Free ball across, Clayberg. Good pass to Halber. They'll come into the middle to Mallory. Her attack dug by Jansen. Now up to Bell and tipped across it in by Driessen. Driessen with her 5th. And it's 15-9. Serve going to be played up that time by Davis. Nice pass up to Halber to Clayberg, and that'll be tooled off of the block of Lloyd and Driessen. So Clayberg with her 16th kill here tonight. That'll make it 15-10. Our New Way Ford feature vehicle of the game tonight is a Ford Expedition SUV, 4-wheel drive. It's black in color. Call 800-861-7268 for more details, or check out the Carroll Broadcasting website for more details. Bell off of the pass from Jansen goes to Driessen. Played up by Bass over to Johnson. Left side Clayberg. Touch to the net. Dug by Jansen. Kept alive by Clucky. And free balled over that time by Driessen. Bass over to Johnson. Middle set for Mallory. Pushes deep. Jansen covering everything back there. Now to Bell. Left side Kaler. And that'll be a tool for Kaler, her 11th. Wildcats lead at 16-10. Sports on the go with me, Jeff Blankman, powered by New Way Ford in Coon Rapids, home of warranty forever, and your home for free oil changes for life. Ashlyn Tigas will serve, played deep by Bass, and that'll go backwards. It's going to be an ace serve, her 4th of the night. And it's 17-10 now in favor of Glidden Ralston. That matches their largest lead here tonight. Serve again for Tigas, and that'll be played by Bass. Johnson over to the right side to Mallory, played up by Tigas to Bell, tipped over on the second ball, played up by Mallory, free balled over by Johnson. Tigas with it, now off from Jansen. They'll get it over to Kaler, played up by Davis to Bass. And now it's going to be free, hit over by Clayberg, dug over by Clucky, and then passed back over to Coon. And now we're going to get a net violation on Johnson as she tried to track that one down and got up into the net. It's 18-10. That pass kind of took her into the net. And it's 18-10 in favor of Glidden Ralston. They're up 2-1, trying to take it in 4. Serve, played by Bass. Johnson sprints to try and catch up to it. Got it. It'll be free balled over. Tigas, nice pass to Bell. Over now to Driessen, and Driessen will pick up the tool, her 6th. 19-10 in favor of Glidden Ralston. Timeout going to be called by Coon Rapids Bayard. We'll step away back in 30 seconds here on KKRL.
From footings to framing to finish. For farm, home, or commercial, for more than 90 years, Wall Lake Lumber Company has been proud to help our communities grow. With 4 convenient locations and one of the largest building material inventories in the area, we are sure to be able to fill all your building needs. From project design and estimating to friendly advice, we can't wait to be part of the process for you. Wall Lake Lumber, with locations in Wall Lake, Lakeview, Odebolt, and Carroll. We're not your grandpa's lumber yard.
Two teams battling it on the floor. The two crowds now battling it out. Both of them trying to chant. The Glidden side we're sitting on, so we can hear the "Here We Go Wildcats." Crusader crowd was doing "Here We Go Crusaders." A nice little battle between the crowds. Good to see they're still in it here in this 4th set. Wildcats up right now 19-10, leading this 2-1. Ashlyn Tigas again will serve. Lacey Davis on the serve receive. Up to Johnson. Clayberg tips it across and drops it in for her 17th kill. That makes it 19-11. Lacey Davis again set to serve it away. Davis on the serve, played sideways by Jansen, kept alive by Driessen, but nobody able to get to a third ball. And that'll make it 19-12. Davis again will go back to serve for Coon Rapids Bayard. Davis has done a nice job serving here tonight. Her and Gracie Johnson have probably had the best, most consistent service runs for Coon. Jansen with a great serve receive up to Bell, left side Kaler, and that'll be a tool, her 12th. And Vanessa's got that great jumping ability, an outstanding high jumper, qualifying for the state track meet in the high jump this last spring. She's a gifted track and athlete, that's for sure. And she showed that great spring right there to get up on that attack. Jansen on the serve. Davis on the serve received to Johnson, now knocked over by Evans. Tigas to Bell into the middle to Holzing, blocked to the net, popped up by Tigas, kept alive by Kaler. And now Bell with the free ball. Davis gets it over to Johnson, now to Evans, free ball over, played up by Bell to Holzing. Now off to Bell, blocked at the net by Clayberg, popped up by Tigas. Holzing will free ball it over. Somebody's got to swing here pretty quick. Maya will, and it'll be off of Tigas backwards. Jansen keeps it alive, and Holzing free balls it over. Davis now to Johnson, Bass out of the back row, played by Clucky. Bell bumps head over to Kaler, goes cross court, popped up by Clayberg. Off to Johnson, back set right side to Maya, popped up by Tigas to Jansen. Now over to Clucky, she'll free ball it across, played by Davis to Johnson, left side Clayberg, big swing long. And the Crusaders trail it here 21-12. That was a heck of a rally by both teams. Tyler Jansen again to serve for Glidden Ralston. Serve coming up, played by Davis. Good serve received this time to Johnson, now to Evans. Touch to the net, popped up by Bell. And the Wildcats will free ball it over with Holzing. Davis now off to Johnson. They get it to Maya. That'll be touched to the net, free ball back over and out of bounds. 21-13 in favor of Glidden Ralston here in this 4th set. Mackey Motors postgame show coming up following the match here tonight. Find new roads at Mackey Motors in Lake City. Holzing up to Bell, blocked as she tried to tip it over by Evans. That's why you go up. If you're at the net, you go up with your left hand. It's your off hand. If you go up with that right hand and try and tip it, it's such an easy block. For the blocker, you go up with the left hand. It's an easier play to make, but that's something that setters have to work on. Bell now comes over to Holzing, blocked, popped back up by Holzing. Clucky free balls it deep. Davis comes over now to Johnson. They go to Clayberg, back row attack, and that's going to be off of Jansen. Clayburg unofficially has got 18 kills here tonight. Crusaders down here 21-15. And we're going to get a timeout called by Glidden Ralston. We'll go ahead and step away with them. 21-15 Wildcat set 3 back in 30 seconds here on KKRL.
At Rosevelt Mutual Insurance, a partner of Grinnell Mutual, we understand teamwork. We believe that hard work pays off, and we know it takes coming together to win. Our team values community and supporting each other. Now's the time to get back at it and return to the field to support our local athletes. To help promote that culture, we are working with Jeff Storyhand to capture our youth in photos from local events, and they will be shared with you on our Facebook page. Experience working together as a winning team. Call Rosevelt Mutual today at 792-4525 for all your insurance needs.
Ridley Clayburg back to serve for Coon Rapids Bayard. Wildcats up here in this 4-set, 21-15, trying to come away with a 3-1 road victory tonight. Would be their first win in conference. Pulsing out to the left side, hits one over on a roll shot. Now Johnson into the net. And that'll make it 22-15. But as the Kaler checks out, Tom's in. Hoffbauer checks in for Clayburg. Serve coming up. That'll be played up by Davis. Johnson now over it to Maya. That'll be dug by Jansen, kept alive by Tigas, and Jansen will free ball it over. Davis up to Johnson. Left side Bass hit it on the way down, and it's going to be a point as we're going to get a lift on Glidden Ralston. Sometimes when you jump early and you leave early, you actually catch a break. If you get just enough of it that it goes up over the block, that's what happened there. You miss-hit it sometimes. It's a hard ball for the defense to play, and that's what happened on that one. Halber now with the serve. Played by Jansen over to Bell. In the middle to Holsing, tipped across, and that time Mayalidi went up to block it and hit it into the net and then caught it and going to be called for the lift. And the Wildcats are 2 points away from coming away with a 3-1 victory here tonight. Tigas will check out. Jansen back onto the floor. Actually, Lloyd on. Bell will go for the serve. Johnson on the serve, received to Halber. Now to Bass. Deep played by Jansen up to Bell. Left side, Clucky, big swing. Dug by Davis. Kept alive by Halber. And now it'll be Bass free balling it over. Jansen to Bell. Left side to Lloyd. That'll be back middle, played by Davis, over to Halber. Left side Bass pushes it deep, played by Toms, but nobody can get to a second ball. Bass will pick up her 10th here tonight. 23 now 17, Glidden Ralston. Coon Rapids Bayard will serve with Mayalidi. And that is going to sail long. It is now match point for Glidden Ralston as Driessen checks in for Jansen. Motor Inn player of the game coming up following the match. Motor Inn of Carroll, your premier Toyota Chevy and Buick dealership for everything from sales to service to parts in collision. Bass over to Halber, left side now to Mallory, blocked, and that is going to drop in as Driessen gets the block, and it's 25-17. Glidden will win it here tonight, 3-1, 25-15, 25-22, 23-25. And 25-17. We'll step away, take a break. We'll be back in 3 minutes with our Mackey Motors post-game show. That's coming up for you next year on KKRL.
County Solid Waste, we deliver environmental services together. Why together? Because together we're stronger and more effective. We're proud to partner with you to recycle plastics. Recyclable plastic will have the number 1 or 2 inside the recycle symbol. It's generally a food, beverage, soap, or cleaner container. Make sure they're empty, give them a quick rinse if possible, and put the cap back on. These plastics are not recyclable. They belong in the trash. Visit our website at carrollcountylandfill.com for details of how you can be part of the recycling team, because together, everyone achieves more.
This is Iowa, and Avela Bank has called Iowa home since 1870. With 17 locations across the state, we're proud to be part of your community. Right now, you can open an Avela Bank Simply Free checking account for you or your business and get a new debit card immediately. We'll even buy your old bank's unused checks. Stop by or visit us online to see how we're making better banking available for you. Avela Bank, member FDIC.
From footings to framing to finish. For farm, home, or commercial, for more than 90 years, Wall Lake Lumber Company has been proud to help our communities grow. With 4 convenient locations and one of the largest building material inventories in the area, we are sure to be able to fill all your building needs. From project design and estimating to friendly advice, we can't wait to be part of the process for you. Wall Lake Lumber, with locations in Wall Lake, Lakeview, Odebolt, and Carroll. We're not your grandpa's lumberyard.
Can your roof handle extreme hail conditions? Ours can. Check it out. As you can see, our Brinks roof has stood up to the test with 0 damage. As for our competitors, well, theirs did not. Is your roof worn out or needs repair? Know that not all roofers and shingles are created equal. If you need honest feedback whether your roof needs to be repaired or replaced, get a second opinion. And call the Roof Pros at Brinks Exteriors, 920-ROOF-PRO.
Being a part of a team is not only fun, it can give our students a sense of identity and help them develop long-term relationships. This is Dr. Nate Luth, Next Generation Chiropractic. Student athletes, make sure you are taking care of your body before, during, and after the game. Proper warm-ups and cool-down are vital to staying on the field or court, and having regular chiropractic appointments can help reduce the risk of injury. Stay in the game by taking care of your body. Good luck to all area student athletes this season. Let's stay healthy and have fun.
Oh, a nice win for the Glidden Ralston Wildcats here tonight as they move to 8-5 overall, 1-2 in the Rolling Valley Conference. Coon Rapids Bayard will fall to 5-10, also 1-2 in the conference. Wildcats won it tonight with their aggressiveness at the net, whether it be hitting or with the block. They were outstanding in both of those. They also did, I think, a little nicer job in their serve receive tonight, kept Addie Bell in better shape setting the ball, and that allowed a lot of their hitters to have big matches. Vanessa Kaler with 12 kills, Lauren Holzing with 9, Alison Driessen and Paige Clucky both finished up with 6, and Elizabeth Lloyd with 5. All of those are unofficial numbers for tonight. We'll get official numbers coming up with the coaches. I want to step away. I've got Glidden Ralston players set to join us. We'll talk with them when we come back in 1 minute right here on 93.7 KKRL.
St. Anthony Regional Hospital, the regional leader in healthcare, dedicated to improving the health of the people they serve. At St. Anthony Regional Cancer Center, you'll find the convenience of cancer and oncology consultation and treatment in one convenient location. At St. Anthony Clinic, you'll find a team of doctors and nurses that care about you and your family's health. St. Anthony Clinic is devoted to comprehensive healthcare for people of all ages. For every stage of life, always look to the cross. Always St. Anthony.
At Roselle Mutual Insurance, a partner of Grinnell Mutual, we understand teamwork. We believe that hard work pays off, and we know it takes coming together to win. Our team values community and supporting each other. Now's the time to get back at it and return to the field to support our local athletes. To help promote that culture, we are working with Jeff Storyhand to capture our youth in photos from local events, and they will be shared with you on our Facebook page. Experience working together as a winning team. Call Roselle Mutual today at 792-4525 for all your insurance needs.
Mackey Motors, a pregame show here on 93.7 at KKRL. Jeff Blankman joined right now by Alison Driessen of the Glidden Ralston Wildcats. And Alison, congratulations.
Thank you.
Nice win for you and your team tonight. You girls came out, really looked focused and aggressive here tonight.
Yeah, I'm really proud of how we played. We played really strong, and we had a really tough week last week, but I'm really glad with how we came together. We took Sunday off, and I told everyone to rest up, and they did, and we came back.
What did you learn from that tough week last week, do you think, and maybe over the weekend that kind of helped you here tonight?
We really learned on how to get our good blocks up, and we definitely learned about covering. We're really good at that now. So, yeah, we just needed some time to understand that.
I thought your blocks were a strength tonight.
Yeah.
What were you guys trying to do when, like, Clayburgh, Bass, those two you had a lot of success trying to block on tonight. What were you reading from them, and how were you setting that block?
Well, from last week, what we took away from it was that we needed to turn our hands a little bit more, because whenever we did it could tool off us, and we needed to close the block a little bit more. So, yeah. And from their strong hitters, we really needed to do that.
Front row played really well, but the back row really helped. You talked about covering. They covered a lot tonight, and even when Coon pushed, they were able to get it up and get Addie in good shape to set you girls tonight. How did you feel swinging at the net here tonight?
I didn't feel my best, but I feel like I'm still improving, and that's something that will get better over the season. But I felt pretty good, pretty all right, yeah.
Where have you felt like you've grown as a hitter already this season?
I think I really peaked my junior year, and I've been getting really strong at snapping my wrist, knowing where to hit, following the donut. Yeah.
How were they trying to block you tonight? Did you kind of read that? And you guys did use that donut a lot tonight.
Yeah, we did. I'm learning when to snap my wrist, where to snap my wrist, where to hit, if I need to cross or not, where to turn my hand, yeah.
Well, I tell you what, great job tonight. Congratulations on the victory, and appreciate you coming up.
Thank you.
You bet. Alison Driessen joining us here. We'll get her slid out of here and get Vanessa Kaler now slid into here. And Vanessa now joining us, and unofficially I had Vanessa with 12 kills here tonight. And Vanessa, good night for you at the net. Was this your best night swinging so far this season?
Yeah, definitely. Today was really strong. Addie had her sets right where I wanted them, and I was just swinging as hard as I could.
What do you think changed for you tonight? Was it a focus? Was it going up against Coon Rapids Brave that brings out the best in you, or what?
Yeah, going up against the rivals always is a big motivator for me, and I have some friends from the other teams, so I really wanted to just play my best game tonight, and I think that really motivated me.
Why were you girls so aggressive tonight? Because I thought you girls came out swinging more, and Coon was free balling a little bit more than you girls were.
Yeah, the past couple of games we haven't really been on our strongest on the defensive side, and then that lacks down our offensive side. So I think we really wanted to be able to have one of our better games right here for teamwork. And we said at the beginning, I said if this is one of the games that we're going to play the hardest, it's got to be this one. So we really locked in and tried our best to just do what we could.
It looked like you looked cross a lot tonight. Were they trying to block you line, or did you just feel like even if they tried to block you cross, you could get that swing in tonight?
They had me line on first, but then they realized that I was hitting cross, so they tried blocking me on cross. So then I hit line a couple times and just switched it back and forth, tried to mess with them a little bit.
How much did you hear your back row talking to you, kind of letting you know what was open, or was that something you were noticing more on your own?
They always tell me how many blocks I have up on me. They always say, got two, or they tell me, Paige is really good about telling me if donut's open or if anything for tipping, and if line's open, they're really good with communicating with me for that.
You were able to tip donut a lot, the Wildcats were tonight. What were you guys seeing that was allowing you to find that donut available a lot?
Back row was talking to us a lot, and just going up to get hits, you can kind of see around where everybody's covering, and we just noticed that spot was really open, so we really tried to push there.
Well, I tell you what, great job out here tonight. So much appreciate you joining us. Fantastic effort.
Thank you.
You bet. Vanessa Kaler. We've got head coach Krista Bunt sitting down here, and we'll get coach transferred up here, and we'll bring her up as soon as Vanessa can slide out of our post-game area here tonight. Coach Bunt making her way up now as the Wildcats win it 3-1 here this evening. And Coach, congratulations. Got to be very happy with the girls' effort here tonight. What stood out for you about this team's performance? Because I thought there was a lot of areas where they played really well.
Yeah. Actually, for me, Jeff, it is seeing some of the teamwork come together. We've really had a lot of games this week. We have homecoming this week, so, it's just all those extra things where I thought, are we going to be mentally on point, But there's such good chemistry, which is amazing to me because of me being a new coach, some of the new transfers coming in, again, just that big senior graduating class. And so for us to be at this point in the season where I really feel like their teamwork is coming together, they keep their heads up, phenomenal job on all their parts tonight.
Allison said you guys focused a little bit on blocking because you kind of struggled on that last week. Yeah. I thought the block was really good. I thought in set 2 it was kind of the difference in that 2-point win in set 2 tonight.
Yeah. we actually have not had a chance to work on it a lot because we've been having so many games. So it's kind of on my radar to put that into our practices and really work on, even once we've blocked, to cover ourselves, and how do we do that. And so we've kind of just been kind of shouting instructions from the sidelines or in between sets. And so again, for them to be able to adjust in live time like that when we haven't really had a chance to really practice that, again, I think just speaks to their coachability. It speaks to just their spirit, their aggressiveness to get after it.
I thought your serve kept them out of system a lot. They were setting a lot tonight from behind the 10-foot line. What were you having the girls try to do with the serve, and where were you trying to attack?
Yeah, so for me, that is an area that I really, a lot of coaches will call a serve. That is something that I really have chosen not to do. I feel like sometimes that it's good for them to just evaluate, look across the court, who do they feel like, is there an open hole? I feel like they have a lot better perspective sometimes than what I even do sitting on the side. So I really just give them the freedom to be able to do that, and we have a very strong serving team.
Yeah, absolutely. And you mentioned Addie Bell to me a couple of times this year. I knew you were really pleased with her hands coming in. She sets up such a softball, and it looks like you've got a lot of hitters, and I thought your hitters were aggressive tonight.
Yeah. It is, I think, again, not this being my first year, I don't have a lot to compare to, but I do feel like that we do have some depth this year, which is sometimes, I think, a little unusual for smaller schools. And so, we are just really blessed, I think, with who we're able to put in and rotate through, and the girls just work. They're working hard, and they're working really well together. It's fun to watch.
Well, I tell you what, fun volleyball game tonight. Congratulations on the victory, and appreciate you joining us here tonight.
Thanks, Jeff.
You bet. Head coach Krista Bond again with the Glidden Ralston Wildcats. We'll step away, take a break. We'll come back. We'll talk with Coon Rapids Bayard. That's coming up for you next right here on 93.7 at KKRL. We'll be back in 1 minute.
St. Anthony Regional Hospital, the regional leader in healthcare, dedicated to improving the health of the people they serve. At St. Anthony Regional Cancer Center, you'll find the convenience of cancer and oncology consultation and treatment in one convenient location. At St. Anthony Clinic, you'll find a team of doctors and nurses that care about you and your family's health. St. Anthony Clinic is devoted to comprehensive healthcare for people of all ages. For every stage of life, always look to the cross. Always St. Anthony.
Nicer, newer vehicle.
Yes,
Check out the inventory at New Way Auto.
I know you love them, so you know.
Come with Warranty Forever, which is a warranty on your powertrain for as long as you own your vehicle, and you'll get oil changes for life. New Way.
There you go, thank you.
In Jefferson, a proud supporter of the Glidden Ralston Wildcats.
Yes. Mackey Motors postgame show continues here tonight on 93.7 at KKRL. Briley Clayberg with the Coon Rapids Bayard Crusaders joining us here in this postgame. And Briley, I know a disappointing one tonight, a 3-1 loss here at home to your rival in Glidden Ralston, but I had you unofficially for 17 or 18 kills tonight, so you swung pretty well. Talk about how you felt like the Crusaders played and what happened here tonight.
I feel like we definitely didn't give it our 100%, but I think it was pretty close to that. We definitely could have came out stronger, and we just really wanted to beat them, but in the end, we just didn't pull it off.
What does this rivalry mean for you and for the girls? Because I know you're friends with a lot of the girls up there. You know a lot of them. So what's this rivalry like for you?
Yeah, well, we're close friends with some of them, and it's just we're such close towns, and just the passion that we have for the sport. We just really...
And we welcome you back. Sorry, folks, having some technical difficulties here. Briley, talk about what you saw here at the net. You had a good night. You were able to push and tip some, but you swung some as well. What were you seeing from the block here tonight, and how was that affecting how you were trying to attack?
Well, they definitely were a tipping team, or they tipped the ball a lot, so we had to adjust their block or pull off quicker, but they got a lot of them, and we just didn't react soon enough.
How did you feel swinging, and what were you seeing from their block?
I just kept strong and just tried to swing through the block and look at where they're positioned and tip it some of the times, but most of the time just swing hard.
Really just a sophomore for you. Where do you feel like you've grown from a freshman to now a sophomore after having a year under your belt at the varsity level?
I definitely think I've improved a lot from freshman year. I didn't play as much as this year, and just really came a long way.
Well, I tell you what, congratulations. Great effort out of you tonight. I know things will get going for this team, so I appreciate you joining us here tonight.
Thank you.
You bet. Braley Clayberg again with the Coon Rapids Bayard Crusaders. We'll get head coach Marissa Dembinski to slide her way up here, and we'll get her into the post-game area here tonight. And Coach, I appreciate you joining us here, and thank you very much for coming up. I know not exactly the way you wanted things to go here tonight, a 3-1 loss at home. What did you see from your ball club? Because I know coming into tonight, you had told me that last match you thought they had kind of started to turn the corner a little bit.
Yeah, the last match that we had, like what I told you, we were swinging hard, we were playing how we want to play. Today we did not do that. We kind of folded to how they were playing. They tipped a lot, they hit our donut more, and we just didn't adjust very well. We talked about it yesterday, and we just didn't execute like we thought we were going to. We showed some fight, we just a little bit too far behind when we showed that fight. So that's the biggest thing, is that we weren't playing the way we want to play volleyball. We kind of went to what they were doing, and we've tried that. We've not been successful that way, and it proved tonight too.
Looked like their serve gave you a little trouble on serve receive tonight. A lot of your setters are behind that 10-foot line, having to set quite a bit tonight. Is that something that you guys have kind of had a trouble with, or was it just something tonight that was different?
We've been working on being out of system a lot. I think we put a lot of pressure on our pass, and we have two not new setters, but inexperienced setters. Yep. So we try to keep them off the net. They're not used to being on the net. So that's kind of how we want things to run. We'd rather them be off than on, just because it gives our hitters. I mean, we're tall, but we don't jump very high, so it gives them some time. But I just don't think we were as resilient as we could have been. We let a lot of things kind of happen. A lot of things affect us. One thing went wrong, and then it sucked our energy down. And this is exactly what I told the girls in the locker room. We had one thing happen, and then it was like the end of the world. We weren't tough. We weren't mentally tough with it. And I think our skill is there. I mean, our stats. If you look at our stats, I mean, if you watch the game, it was a good game.
Right.
Where, like, our skill is there. I think we're moving on to the mentality part. Like, how do we stay mentally tough the whole time because things aren't going to go our way. There's a lot of uncontrollables about the game, and how are we going to bounce back? We don't bounce back as well as I'd like right now.
I thought Lacey Davis and Gracie Johnson both had some nice service runs for you. How did you feel like you guys served, and were you able to get them in the situations you wanted?
Yes, better. We served better than we have. Still not where we'd like it. But yeah, they hit the spots exactly. They trusted me when I called some plays. Set number 3, that last serve, I told them that we were going to avoid their libero all night, and I went straight for that last game point, and Bryn kind of looked at me, gave me a funny look, and like, thank you for trusting me. It worked out. But yeah, our serve's gotten a lot better throughout the season. I think we realized the importance of it. I think we've had so many games where it was way closer than it should have been, or we lost and we had 6 or 7 missed serves. And so I think we kind of figured it out there.
Head to Woodbine now on Thursday. A team with some good size. What are you looking at with the Tigers this year?
We're hoping to get a good block up. We're hoping to clean up our front row. I think our back row, Lacey and Lydia and Bryn, Gracie Johnson back there, I think they're always throwing themselves on the ground. If you see Lacey like had cuts on her arm. They're giving 100%. I think we need to clean up our block. It's something that we just wasn't quite on tonight. If we clean up our block, I think we'll be good.
Well, Coach, we appreciate you joining us. Best of luck coming up on Thursday night.
Thank you.
You bet. Marissa Dembinski, again, the head coach for the Coon Rapids Bayard Crusaders. We'll step away. We'll take a break. We'll be back in 30 seconds. We'll announce our Motor Inn Player of the Game. That's coming up for you next, right here on 93.7 KKRL.
At Roselle Mutual Insurance, a partner of Grinnell Mutual, we understand teamwork. We believe that hard work pays off, and we know it takes coming together to win. Our team values community and supporting each other. Now's the time to get back at it and return to the field to support our local athletes. To help promote that culture, we are working with Jeff Storyhand to capture our youth in photos from local events, and they will be shared with you on our Facebook page. Experience working together as a winning team. Call Roselle Mutual today at 792-4525 for all your insurance needs.
Must be. We do welcome you back here on 93.7 at KKRL. Jeff Blankman with you here tonight. Time to announce our Motor Inn player of the game. We're going to go with Tyler Jansen here tonight. I thought she did a really nice job in that back row for Glidden Ralston tonight. You could have had a lot of choices. Vanessa Kaler with the 12 kills. Lauren Olsing was all over the floor with the 9 kills, a lot of blocks. Addie Bell did an outstanding job with about 30 assists here tonight. But Tyler Jansen, her play in the back row on the serve receive, and I thought on digs, she covered the corners when Coon pushed corners really, really well and kept Glidden Ralston with the ability to be able to get some attacks. So Tyler Jansen is our Motor Inn player of the game. For Tyler Bruner running the video for us here tonight, powered by New Way Ford in Coon Rapids. For Brett Lux back in the studio, this is Jeff Blankman saying thank you for listening to volleyball coverage here tonight on KKRL. Have a great night, everybody.